Hello everybody, welcome back to another Microsoft Flight Simulator live stream. I hope you're all doing well. Happy Monday, my friends. Hopefully everybody had a great weekend, lots of flight sim time in. Appreciate everybody being here. I know it's a busy day out there on the streaming land. Kango, good to see you. Birmingham Airport Aviation, welcome. Max, good to see you. College Dude, welcome back. Greg Jackson, good to see you. Alex, welcome back, my friend. Life Begins at 40, good to see you. Captain UK, welcome. Leonard Grant, good to see you. Gary P, welcome. Skyworkers in the house. Good to see you, my friend. Welcome back. Hope you are doing well. Yuckfoo's here. Good to see you. Ben Bow, welcome back. Tony Baldo's in the house. Good to see you, Tony. JJ's here. Welcome back, JJ. Greg Elwell's here. Good to see you. Tenure to Mobile, welcome. Diamond Mike, good to see you. Lone Sparrow, welcome back, my friend. Good to see you, dude. Andre, good to see you. Jake, good to see you. Davis, good to see you. Kyle, welcome back. Janky, good to see you. V-Sky Check, good to see you, my friend. John Zander, welcome back. Chris Clark, good to see you, my friend. Kunal, good to see you. Dom, good to see you. Kemmel, good to see you as well. Welcome back, everybody. Thanks so much for coming to hang out today. Appreciate you. If you guys are interested, you do want to join, we are on VATSIM, so you can see all the beautiful aircraft around us. I think there's 4 or 5 of us here on the ground this morning in Queenstown, which should make for a fun kind of little departure. Grant, good to see you, my friend, celebrating 10 months. There's 2 more months till 1 year with you, oh baby. Jack, can we get some no floaties and with yous in chat for Mr. Grant, celebrating 10 months of first class support. Thank you very much, Grant. I appreciate you, my friend. Good to see you, dude. I hope you're having a great week so far. Good start to the week, Monday. Appreciate you being here. Today's going to be a lot of fun, friends. It's going to wrap up our week here in New Zealand. We're going to depart Queenstown. We're going to head over to Christchurch. Short little like 40-minute flight, 45-minute flight or something like that. And then we got a just over an hour flight from Christchurch up to Auckland. Auckland is where we started off last week on Thursday. started our adventure here in New Zealand. I've had just an epic time here in New Zealand. Again, I can't stress this enough, chat. If you've never been to New Zealand, you've never done, just look at our flight path that we've done this week and just flying. Even if you got default airports, the views, the visuals, everything in between is just going to make flying in New Zealand just that incredible. So,
do I see an EasyJet? Have a good one, CPT. Let's see how much butter can be spread across the runways.
Let's see, man. Finish off the week strong, right? We're going to be finishing our Airbus. This is the second week, actually, we've been in the Airbus A320. So our landings, everything's been beautiful with the Airbus this week. We've had some great arrivals, some great approaches. So next week we're going to be back in the 737, so that'll be fun. So yes, we're going to try and finish off strong here in the A320 as we wrap up 2 weeks flying the A320. Just got JSX. It's so complicated. It can be cav for sure. Watch some tutorials, man. There's some great stuff online. Depending on what aircraft you're flying as well. I mean, the Fenix has full integration, so like it makes it super easy. So just keep that in mind, man. But there's tons of tutorials up there if you're struggling or trying to figure something out. College dude celebrating 15 months. Says time flies, excited for many more months. Huge no floaties to you, my friend. Thank you for the support. I appreciate you, man. Incredibly kind. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Got my hot chocolate. I'm ready to fly. I'm the EasyJet to the far right. Cool, sweet. Should have done Air New Zealand, man. EasyJet doesn't fly here, but that's okay. It's VATSIM. You can fly whatever you want, but could have done some Air New Zealand or something like that, or some Jetstar. That would have been cool. I was hoping to get some Jetstar in this week, but it just didn't. Jetstar only operates to like the main airports, so. But regardless, good to have you, Cameron. Thanks for joining us on VATSIM, man. Appreciate you. Infinite Flight Guy celebrating 53 months as a first-class member. Absolutely epic. Huge no floaties to you, Infinite Flight Guy. I appreciate you, man. Says, wow, 53 months. So excited to see you at FS Expo in a few weeks. It's getting closer. Also, how is Daisy doing? Can we see her today? We'll see if we can get her in here today. I don't know where she is right now. I think she went back to my bedroom. Went for a huge walk this morning. It's nice and cool out there today. It was a little bit warm and humid yesterday, but super cool outside today. So we went on a little bit of an extended walk this morning. So I think she's a little bit tired. She's back to bed. DX11 or DX12? I am using DX12 for the sole purpose that I'm using Frame Gen mod, and you need to have DX12 if you're using Frame Gen mod. Either are good. So. You sound due Auckland to Sydney, my hometown. Maybe Jackson. I mean, that's a long flight as well. That's like a 2.5, 3+ hour flight, isn't it? We've done it a couple times. We're not going to get to it, unfortunately, this week, but maybe it's something that we can revisit while we're back down here in New Zealand, Australia. Definitely have done that one before. We definitely do that one again. Flight simulation experience. Good to see you, my friend. Welcome back. Hope you're doing well. Life begins at 40. Good to see you as well, dude. Mitchell celebrating 25 months as a first-class member. Huge no floaties to you, Mitchell. Thank you very much for the continued support of the channel, my friend. Truly do appreciate you. I hope you're doing well, man. Good to see you back as a first-class member. Appreciate it, man. Good to see you, dude. Where's Daisy Cam gone? Well, so if you're new to the channel or you don't follow the channel, she used to lay in a bed which was right here. She doesn't really like that bed anymore. She'll only lay in that bed if like I force her to lay in that bed. For the most part, she has her own couch with like a nice big comforter on it, duvet that she sits on over there, which I can't bring a camera to because it's too far, or she's in my bedroom laying smack dab in the middle of my bed. One of those two. That's usually where she goes, so it's kind of difficult to set up a Daisy cam. It used to work really well because she was right here, and I could just take a little 6-foot USB or something and hook up the camera that way. So Kunal, huge no floaties to you, my friend. Thank you very much for support. Appreciate you. Says, will we see you fly in India anytime soon? I don't know about anytime soon. I don't like to put timelines on it, Kunal. We will be visiting India in 2024. Yes, it will happen. I don't know exactly when. It's going to have to kind of fit into our schedule. But yes, absolutely, we will be back in India. We did a huge India tour. I think it was last year we did it. We did a huge India tour. It was a lot of fun. We flew like Indigo and some of the other low-cost carriers in the A320. So yes, I do absolutely want to go back for sure. Yeah. We're doing real-life weather at 2 a.m. in the morning, so it should be dark. Yep, so Jackson, here in Microsoft Flight Simulator, you can use real weather and not have it set to real time. So I have it set right now to the time here at where I live, to 12:07. It's actually 12:09. I have it set to the time where I'm at, so New York, Eastern time, standard time. You can still fly live weather, as you can see here. We're on live weather. You can still fly live weather. You can change the time to whatever time you want. I don't get to fly in Australia all that often, so I'd rather not fly in pitch dark. Look at the terrain around us. Look at the beautiful mountains and all the ortho photo and imagery that we have around us. So I like to take advantage of that, especially when I fly in places that I don't get to fly all that often. New Zealand being one of them. So that's why we have the time set to afternoon. Did you book your flights to the expo yet? Yes, absolutely. I've had those booked for a couple weeks now. Infinite Flight Aviation. Yeah. I'm wondering how many hours you have in Microsoft. Gento, I think last time we checked we're at 3,300. Yeah, 3,320 hours. 3,300 hours. And then we got a shitload in X-Plane as well. I don't know where X-Plane is on the list. Here's X-Plane 11. 4,200 hours in X-Plane 11. I think we're certified flight sim captain pilots now or something like that. Understandable. Enjoy your flight, Captain. I'll watch later when I get up. Sounds good, mate. Sounds good. Can I join when I'm on Xbox? Unfortunately not. Not on VATSIM at least. You'll have to wait for community fly-ins. We did a community fly-in on Sunday. Pardon me. Did a community fly-in on Saturday, which you could have joined if you were on Xbox. But unfortunately, VATSIM is not available, pardon me, on Xbox. So flying on VATSIM makes it a little bit difficult for Xbox users to go in. You have a typo in the stream title. It should say Thrustmaster. You're right. It should say Thrust with a T. Thank you for that. Appreciate you. Thrustmaster. There we go. Again, this stream is sponsored by the wonderful team over at Thrustmaster. If you're interested in any of the peripherals that you see me using today, you can click on the link above. If you do plan on purchasing any of the products from the Thrustmaster website, please use my code Captain Canada at checkout. There's a nice little area where it's going to ask you for a content creator a code. If you use my code Captain Canada, it just helps out the channel. It doesn't cost you any more. It doesn't cost you any less. It just helps the channel out. It lets Thrustmaster know that my advertisements and my sharing of the products that I'm using is actually working. So if you haven't done so, if you're going to do that, would appreciate that so much. Jacob, what's up, man? Good to see you, dude. Welcome. Ark, good to see you, dude. Welcome back. Hope you are doing well. Tom, good to see you, dude. Welcome. Cam, good to see you, my friend. Welcome back. Hope you're doing well. Rydog's in the house. Good to see you, my friend. Currently setting up a plane to fly from Heathrow to Paris in the Fenix A320. It's a great flight. Nice. Have you set the NVIDIA frame generation to on Microsoft graphics settings? Yes, Balders. If you're having trouble with it, man, just Google it, dude. There's probably hundreds, if not thousands, of tutorials out there now for the frame gen mod for Microsoft Flight Simulator. So if you're having trouble, man, there's probably tons of tutorials out there can definitely help better than I can, that's for sure. Sasha, good to see you, my friend. Welcome back. Hope you're doing well. Excelli, good to see you. Carmel, good to see you as well. Welcome back, friends. Cool, guys, the aircraft's already boarding, so let's jump inside. Let's get some things programmed. Let's get some things turned on, and let's get the hell out of Queenstown. We're going over to Christchurch again. I think we're scheduled for 37 minutes of airtime, block time 1 hour. So that'll be awesome. Leo, what's up, man? Good to see you, dude. Nismo, good to see you, man. Which rudder pedals do you recommend? Janky, depends how much money you want to spend, dude. I mean, if you want me to be dead honest with you, I'm going to put them in chat right now. The Thrustmaster pendular rudder system is by far the best rudders I've ever used. And this is somebody that's gone through 4 or 5 different rudder pedals. It is by far the best rudder pedals. Now, that being said, they are expensive. And I'm not even going to try and hide the fact that they're expensive. They are expensive, but the one thing that I can say is they are 100% worth the money. You will probably never have to buy another rudder pedal in your life. You can go with like Cytec ones, you can go with cheap plastic ones, but I can almost promise you within 2 to 3 years, you'll probably have to get new pedals anyways. So I always tell people rudder pedals, they take a lot of wear and tear, man. There's a lot of movement on them. There's a lot of pressure on them with toe brakes and moving. There's a lot of moving parts. So that being said, like I said, man, you can spend the $200-300, get a plastic pair, a Logitech or a Honeycomb. Well, sorry, not Honeycomb, but a Logitech or some of the other companies that are out there that are all plastic. Or you can spend a little bit extra money, have rudder pedals probably for the next 5, 10, 15 years. That's what I would say these rudder pedals are definitely. I've had these pedals for 6 years now. 6 years I've had these rudder pedals. I have probably put close to 10,000 hours on these rudder pedals, and they still look and feel as if I took them out of the box yesterday. So just keep that in mind. You've seen how many thousands of hours I have flying these simulators, manipulating rudder pedals, joysticks, everything. I still use the original ones that I bought. So you almost bought the MFG Crosswinds. You know what's crazy, Nismo? I tried in 2018, I tried the MFG Crosswinds and I was not a fan. The resistance on them was insane, dude. Like, I'm talking like you're like almost like lurching forward trying to move them. They're not bad. I love the design of them. I think they're nice. The footprint of it is small, but just the actual physically moving them, wasn't a fan, man. Wasn't a fan at all. And that's why I love the pendular rudder system, is because they're just, oh man, it's insane. I don't know if they had the dampener at Nismo. It was somebody brought their streams. I think it was Jeff Faviano. Somebody brought their stream setup to the expo, and like I was sitting there and I was using them and I was just like, Is there a way to adjust the resistance? Yes, absolutely. The Thrustmasters come very similar to the Boeing yoke, where they have like little springs that you can attach. The Thrustmaster pendular system comes with that as well. So you can add springs. I run mine with one spring. You can put up to 3 springs on either side. I have 1 spring on either side. So that's how I run mine. All right, let's do it, friends. Let's jump inside the aircraft. Let's get this bad boy programmed, ready to rock and roll. There's First Officer Daisy making her way from the bedroom to the couch. Good to see you, Daisy. Let's get our deers left side, right side, and center. Beautiful. Come down here. We'll get our caps on. We'll go and get our ground control on. We'll get our crew supply on. Nav and logo lights are on. APU master start switches on. We'll arm our emergency exits, and no smoking to the auto position. Beautiful. Come down here. You can see that we've already got the fuel on board. We've already got the cargo on board, and we're almost done with the passengers. We've got 3 passengers left to board. So we're not going to waste any time. We're going to try and get this bad boy programmed, ready to rock and roll here. Let's go to our knit request. We're going to do our knit request. ANZ654, I think we are today. Yes, we'll throw that into there. You can see we're going from Queenstown over to Christchurch. Beautiful, with our alternate being Auckland, which is where we're going afterwards, oddly enough. Cost index initially will be 5, and we're going up for a cruise level of 270. 27,000 feet for this leg. I'm feeling great, man. How are you feeling? What is my favorite route? I don't have one, dude. I fly so many flights, man. I honestly don't have a favorite route. Queenstown, we're going to be departing on runway 5. We're going to be on the ANPO 4 Alpha departure. ANPO 4 Alpha, good. And we're using the Timjo transition. And we'll insert that. Beautiful. And then at Christchurch today, we are planning for the ILS runway 2 on the DOPC 4 Alpha arrival. DOPC 4 Alpha, there it is there. Beautiful. I do not think that we have a transition in our approach via. Let's have a quick little look-see here. So we're going to be coming in on this guy like this. Idubu. And then from Idubu, we're going over to the ILS runway 2. We'll pin that. We'll have a look-see at that. Idubu. Where's Idubu? There's Idubu. Can we use Idubu in here? It is there. Beautiful. We'll take that as our transition, and we'll go ahead and insert that. Beautiful. We'll scroll through our flight plan here. We'll make sure we have no discontinuities or anything weird going on, which we don't. That is all good to me, chat. I'm happy with that. Beautiful. Let's go over to our electronic flight bag. Aircraft is loaded. Beautiful. We're going to send all this data down to the McDo. If we go to our init B page now, everything should be plugged in. 0 fuel weight 58, 0 fuel weight CG 30.6, block fuel 6.3. Everything looks good there. Let's go to our performance page. We'll grab some perf numbers up top here. We are going to do a toga takeoff today once again, so sounds should be beautiful. We'll do a flaps 1, force toga ES, packs on, anti-ice off, load sheet, load weather, calculate V speeds, 32, 40, 40, 26, 60 is in here. Beautiful. That all looks good to me. And we'll send that all down to the McDo. Beautiful. Everything looks good there. Mr. Davis coming in with a $2 donation. Thanks so much, man. Huge no floaties to you. Thank you very much. That is extremely kind. How do you decide what your cruise altitude will be? So, Leo, I use 2 ways of doing it. I check what SimBrief gives me. SimBrief will always give you a cruise altitude, so I check what SimBrief gives me. And then what I do is you actually, if you come down here, you can actually use Flight Radar 2.4, which is where I grab our real-world flight plans and flight numbers and all that stuff and gate assignments. And you can actually check to see what altitude they went up to. So these guys went up to 29,000 feet. You can see here they cruised at 29,000 feet for a couple minutes. They were at 29,000 feet. So I've opted to go with 27,000 feet, which is exactly what SimBrief gave me. So a little bit of use 2 kind of tools, if you will, to kind of check out and see exactly which one I'm doing and how we're doing it. So hopefully that makes sense for you. Beautiful. Let's go to the overhead. We're going to spool up the APU so that we're good to go as soon as this bad boy is ready to go. We're just waiting on the adheres to align. We've got 5 minutes on that. We can check out some company messages down here as well. If we go to our AlexSiu menu and our AOC menu, we should see some fun stuff. We'll go to received messages. We've got our preliminary load sheet. We'll accept that. Good. And we've got our finalized load sheet today, which will accept that. 147 plus 2 over to Christchurch this afternoon. Beautiful this morning, whatever you want to call it. Davis, thank you again for the support. Did Sim Update 15 release? No, it's releasing on May 7th. May 7th. Hecap, does your Boeing yoke get scratched a lot? Seems to me that it's very sensitive. Scratched? Not at all. Not at all. And I have thousands of hours on that yoke. I have, again, it looks like it came out of the box yesterday. No, definitely don't have anything scratched with that. Is GSX Pro worth it? If you're looking for something a little bit more, if you're looking for something to, you know, it definitely enhances the flight experience, if you will. Having full ground services and stuff like that can definitely increase the realism, if you will. So that is definitely can do that. What is the runway that is active for landing in Luxembourg?
Traffic.
Your guess is as good as mine, man. All depends on the weather, Birmingham. All depends on the weather, man. Which engines are you rocking today? IAE. So Air New Zealand uses IAE engines. Somebody's departing there. He's about to depart out. Beautiful. Our departure today, chat, we can brief that, is actually going to be really cool. If you have a look-see here at our departure, so here's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be departing on runway 5, and then we're flying like a big old circle where we have to gain altitude. You can see here we've got speed restrictions, 180 knots at between 6,500 and 11,000 feet. So we're going to have to come all the way out like this. So it's going to be a cool circling departure. Should see some epic views left bound. I'll try and get autopilot on as quickly as I can, just so that I can enjoy those left wing views, because it's going to be absolutely epic. And then we're going out to Timjo is our waypoint, so we'll go out that way and then to Timjo, and we need to be at VOR for above 18,000 feet. It's going to be epic, man. Very excited for this one. Do you like the IEs or the CFMs more? I like them both, to be honest with you. I think the IEs have a little bit more of a growl on startup. Other than that, man, their engines, I don't know. I don't really notice much of a difference, to be honest with you. That was you. Very cool. So you're doing New Zealand all week. Yep, today is the final day that we're doing New Zealand. We like to spend a week in certain places. So today is the final day of New Zealand. Yes, correct. I'm going to bug up our cruise altitude here at flight level 270. 27,000 feet is bugged up. We're looking good. What are the specs of your PC? Exclamation point specs in chat, man, or you can check the link in the description down below. Weird departure. It's because of the terrain, man. The terrain. There's, 7,500 foot mountains all around us. So you can see this is like a little valley where there's no terrain. That's why they have you gaining altitude and then kind of out. There's some cool airports and stuff like this that have this as well. What is next? What do you mean what's next? Like what's next for next week? Next week we're in the 737 and we're back in North America. So you should spend a week in Norway. It's a beautiful place. I've been there before. We literally just did that, Jackson. Yep, go to the channel, man. A couple weeks ago we spent a full week flying Red Nose. I'm drawing a complete blank on the livery, but yeah, we literally just did that. I think maybe 3 weeks ago, three or 4 weeks ago, we did Norway, man. So again, guys, you can always go back to the channel. The beauty of YouTube, all the VODs are constantly always saved. So if you can just click on the channel, you can go back, you hit the live, and you can have a look see there. There's all kinds of cool content. Norwegian, thank you. So yeah. Queenstown is top 5 easily for epic scenery. Hands down, Steve. I agree, man. It is absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful here. Flyboy, what's up, my man? Good to see you, dude. Welcome back. Hope we're doing well. Now it's time for you to fly to Gothenburg again. It's been a while since we've been to Gothenburg. Yep, absolutely, man. Yep. You are a B license, then do you have to have another license for an A, or is that just training? What are we speaking about, Jassim? I'm very confused. A and B license. Are we talking driver's license? Aviation license? I'm a little bit confused. APU bleed is on. Good. External power comes off. Let's go and get the fuel pumps on. Wonderful. Seatbelt sign can come on here as well. The Adirs are about to line. We're about 30 seconds away from the Adirs, so we're good to go. You're at 10,000 feet, flaps 1. Yeah, because of the speed restriction, man. Absolutely. If you have a Boeing license and you need another license for an Airbus, or is it just training? Well, yeah, you'd get a check ride and you'd be certified to fly either the Boeing aircraft or an Airbus. It's a completely different thing. Yeah, you have to be checked off on both. Most pilots aren't checked off. Most pilots are either checked off on a Boeing aircraft or an Airbus aircraft. How you departed from Brussels Airport before or arrived? Which stream would like to see it again? Again, Janky man, the easiest thing, dude, would be just to go over to the YouTube channel, go to my channel, click on live, and try and figure it out. We flew into Brussels. It was right here. So this one right here. 2 weeks ago, we flew Ryanair from Dublin to Brussels to Berlin. So the easiest way, man. Just go to the channel, click on the live, and you're good to go. Spliff Jam, what's up, man? Good to see you, dude. I think you need a type rating for each plane. Correct. Yes. All right, let's go upstairs. Beacon light comes on. Beautiful. It's going to disconnect the ground power. It's going to get the pushback tug ready to go. I think they push back here. Yeah, they must push back here. So we'll get that ready to go. KPKK, thank you for your subscription. Appreciate you, man. How about private jets, for example? Boeing pilot, you need a license? Yes, absolutely. Yes, you have to have check rides, and you have to be able to fly all those airplanes. Yes, it's not just a matter of training. It's you have to have checked off. You have to have X amount of hours, and yeah. Scoop D, what's up, mate? Good to see you, dude. Welcome back. I hope you're doing well. Happy Monday to you, my friend. Appreciate you being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Egap Swan, thank you for a great weekend of streams. Ken, thanks for being here, man. Appreciate you. It was a lot of fun this weekend, man. I had a ton of fun flying down here in New Zealand. Some epic approaches, some hairy approaches. Thankfully, the weather has been extremely kind to us. We've been running now. I say that coming into Christchurch, it's super foggy in Christchurch right now. I don't know what the visibility was. It was pretty crazy. Yeah, I mean the visibility is insane right now. I think this is 200 feet, 200 foot fog levels. So we may be doing an auto land into Christchurch, or very damn close to an auto land. We might be able to see the runway before minimums, but we'll find out here in a second. Cap, have you been watching any hockey playoffs? I have been. Yeah, Cam. I stayed up last night with Mr. Daniel Barry, and we were watching the. Okay, hopefully I don't get everybody pushed, so hopefully we're good. I think I'm going that way. I hope I don't cut them off, but we'll wait and find out. Sounds up. Let's go ahead and spool up engine number 2. Good, enjoy. It'll be spicy, it will be. B2 the Gamer, what's up, man? Good to see you, dude. Welcome back. Hope you're doing well. Aviation is all about hours, correct. It is, man. It really is. Walla, what's up, man? Good to see you, dude. Welcome. Hope you're doing well. All right, engine number 2 is spooling up. We'll do block time. Sorry, chat. Block time is on. Do you have a training video for mastering the McDo? I don't. I can suggest V1 Simulations. He's a real-world Airbus captain, and he also streams on YouTube. He's probably got some great tutorials up, much better than I can offer you for sure. So maybe check out his channel. What's up from Montreal? Amin, good to see you, man. Welcome. Hope you're doing well, dude. From Montreal, just down the highway from me. Cap, I got 1,700 hours on your sim. Nice, dude. Very cool. Awesome. 80 builds 350 before the end of the year, they said. I did, and I also saw that the Synaptic A320 is planning for a mid-2024 release, which is pretty crazy, because, like, mid-2024? I mean, that's within, like, 2 to 4 months. So I was kind of surprised about that. I saw the post that they made. What did they say? Something about Join Mike, the lead avionics developer at Synaptic, on a short and informative update providing insight into some of the new avionic features in addition to the Synaptic A320. A full-fledged development stream covering all aspects of the aircraft is... A full-fledged development stream covering all aspects of the aircraft is planned for mid-2024, with further info on later development stages and a release timeline. So within the next couple months, it looks like we're actually going to get... No. I misread that. Sorry, I misspoke and I misread that. We're getting the update of... They're basically going to show off the aircraft mid-2024, and then they're going to provide us with a timelined release. So I'd like to think that the airplane's coming in 2024. Fingers crossed, but... Dude, there's some silly altitude restrictions until Timjo that make no sense. You can just climb up, man. Just climb up. Mid-2024, so like Expo. Yep, very good, Mr. Javi. It's good to see you. Maybe during the Expo. I always say, man, the Expo is a great time to kind of show off things. If you're a developer and you're developing something, I always say mid, you know, at the Expo, that's where you want to be showcasing some things. That's where you get your best bang for your buck. I'm not quite sure. Is there somebody coming in on arrival? Is that why he's not lighting up, or... There's 4 people behind you, man, so if you're just going to sit at the end of the runway, let's pitter-patter. Let's get at her. Because we're all going to have to back taxi and backtrack, and we've got now a couple airplanes here, and you're just sitting there. Is there somebody on short final or something that I'm missing? I don't see anybody behind us doing anything. Okay, we got 2 good engines. That's good. Let's go ahead and kill the EPU. Kill the EPU bleed. Good. Let's come back here. We'll set flaps 1 for takeoff. Good. What about a Captain Canada jet? No. EasyJet a long way from home. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. All right, engine mode selector back to the normal position. Ground spoilers are armed. Predictive wind shear system is on and auto. Auto brakes, max, RTO. Beautiful. Go ahead and pull up here behind the EasyJet Airbus. Hopefully we're not the last people out of here. Pilot in front of you is likely teaching his chat how to fly. I don't think so. Right, we'll put on the brakes right here. We'll wait behind him. Park brake can go back on. Trim value today was down 0.1, so we'll call that good right about there. Down 0.1. Will you fly the TFDI MD-11? Yes, absolutely, Lorenzo. Why is there an EasyJet in New Zealand? You'll have to ask the pilot flying EasyJet. Some people just like to fly whatever airline they're comfortable flying, man. I don't know. It's FatSim. Kind of anything goes here, to be honest with you. How do you explain A320 spoilers in a simple language? They're spoilers. They go up and they deflect the air over the wing, which slows the aircraft down. It's the best way that I could describe a spoiler. Will the Fenix fix the cabin? Yes, there's already a fix up if you're interested, but yeah. One of those things just doesn't belong here. No standard separation for backtracking is 4 minutes on this airport. 4 minutes, really? I'm wondering in case what? For in case of a return or something like that? 4 minutes after departure or something? Interesting. I didn't know that. He from Perth, Western Australia, lived in Dunedin and Christchurch, flown in and out of Queenstown and Wellington many times, missed the gorgeous scenery of New Zealand. Jack, good to see you, man. You are damn right about that one, sir. It is gorgeous. Breathtaking, one would say. That's awesome. There is no ATC on. Nope. As we mentioned earlier, Jackson, it's 2 o'clock in the morning here in New Zealand, so we can't really expect any ATC out here today. How can you move your camera around? Isn't it a fixed camera? No, just right click and you can move your camera all around any way that you want. When you're in window view, no, it's not fixed. I can spin my camera around. I can do whatever we want. If you're struggling, maybe check out Custom Wing Views Microsoft Flight Simulator. Maybe you just don't have custom views. You're using like the default pre-programmed views or something like that. Excuse me. No ATC. Yeah, if you're using the default ones, that would be why. All right, Air New Zealand is departing. Didn't know there were others. Yeah, you can set your own custom wing views. I highly suggest setting your own wing views. That is the best way of doing that. We should see him departing up here in a second. Looks like he ran out of runway and he's going to stall. I'm not quite sure what he was doing, but okay. He made it. He made it barely. Eugene, what's up, man? Good to see you, dude. Welcome back. Hope you're doing well. Happy Monday. Somebody didn't toga out of here. Somebody probably had like a Flex of 72 or something. You fly around the rock. Yeah, you fly like all inside this like kind of basin, if you will, or bowl. Yeah, the departure is pretty epic, man. It's pretty damn cool. KW Airlines, good to see you, man. Welcome back. Hope you're doing well. Happy Monday, man. Thanks for coming to hang out today. Appreciate you. Appreciate everybody being here. Someone didn't do packs off. I just don't think he did toga. Toga. Is the performance in the Fenix better than the 5-eye wire? I don't know. I haven't done any comparisons recently, to be honest with you. What are packs for? It provides fresh air to the cabin so that people don't die of hypoxia. That didn't look convincing, did it? No. Hey, I'm still having trouble when I start the PMDG 737. Engine 2 goes 15% power, and then it stays engine... Then it says engine failure. Do you have any fixes in the FMC to turn it off? Turn off all the failures, man. Turn off all the failures in the PMDG FMC. Also, when you're starting your engines, let's see if the EasyJet does any better. If you're turning, geez, you guys are really eating up every single bit of that runway. He's off at least. Didn't have a crazy wing wobble. Good. Yeah, make sure you got your packs off and stuff when you're starting the engine. So, will Beta 15 improve FPS a lot? I have no clue, man. I don't know what the performance gains are. I'd like to think so. Asobo has said that it will, but again, we don't really know, man. We don't really know, dude. Alrighty. Go ahead and line ourselves up on runway 05, not 15, 05. They said less stutters because better memory or something. Okay, there we go. Captain's wondering, what's your opinion on pilotage? Is it worth the money? It seems like not a lot of people are flying there. I'm just looking for predictable ETC schedules in the US, but I'm not sure. If that's what you're looking for, pilotage is absolutely fantastic, Eugene. I think you nailed it in there's not a lot of people that use the network. If you're using it in the afternoons or evenings, there's far more people. If you're looking right now, like, you know, early morning West Coast time, yeah, there's probably not a lot of people on. I love pilotage. I use it quite often. I think it's a great tool. I think it's it offers something a little bit different than what like VATSIM offers. That being said, I think you nailed it with that one. Is just the, you know, the lack of customers and the lack of people that are actually using the platform. But other than that, I think it's a great tool. I think it's a great program. You'll have a lot of fun. Like you said, the biggest plus for me, at least, using it is exactly that, is you know that ATC will be online during those certain times, and you know that you're not going to have to worry about not having ATC or something, right? So, relaxing on a ramp, watching an American A320 take off while watching you. Hey, nice. Using asymmetrical thrust right now. Try and get this aircraft turned properly. We're going to try and keep as much of this runway here as possible. Because we're going to chew up this runway, chat. Short runway here. It's kind of like a rocket ship right now. Yes. See, with flaps one out, it's going to just be going crazy. Yeah, definitely try it, Eugene. I think they even have a little trial period, Eugene. I think you can fly on the network for 5 hours or something like that without being charged. I think you can use a little trial period, so I would check out that. 280 fixes and better memory usage is what I've heard. There you go. Very cool. The idle power high enough for taxi forward like the Neo does. A little bit janky. Yep. As long as the aircraft isn't like crazy weighed down, you don't have like an insane amount of passengers, then yeah. I'm worried Christchurch does not have a Cat 3 ILS, so minimums are 323. Should be fun. Should be fun. How do you fix rudders and tillers on the fly-by-wire? What do you mean? You just have to separate it. If you go into Microsoft settings, there's a separate, you can set like tiller different from your rudder pedals. So that's what you have to do. All right, chat, let's get this. Wrong button. No problem. Joystick cam is on. I'm going to take a quick second to shout out our sponsor today, Thrustmaster. If you guys are interested in any of the peripherals that you see me using, again, they're pinned up top in chat. You guys can have a look at that if you are interested. Again, if you want to purchase anything from the Thrustmaster website, please use my code CaptainCanada at checkout to help out the channel. It doesn't cost you any more. I don't get any of the benefits of it. It just shows Thrustmaster that you guys are clicking on the links and that you guys are interested in the products that I am showcasing. So thank you, Thrustmaster, for sponsoring this live stream. Sounds are up, friends. Let's get the hell out of here. Throttle's up to about 40%. Good. Chrono comes on. Good. Let's get it. Toga. SRS runway auto thrust. Blue. Slight nose down pressure on the side stick. Takeoff power is set. Airspeed's live. 100 knots. We're neutral. V1. Rotate. Positive rate. Gear up. Pitch for climb. Follow flight directors. We want to gain as much altitude here initially as possible. Whew. Rocket ship, chat. I could sit there all day in a nice little boat. Watch all the departures. So cool, man. Absolutely, Eugene. Yep. Throttles to climb. Good. Now we have a speed restriction, 180 knots. We'll follow the flight directors out of here. Again, this is why we're doing the circling approach, because the terrain around us is pretty epic. So we'll follow our flight directors. We're going to do one big loop before we head out of here, and we've gained enough altitude. Bring those sounds down here just a little bit so you can hear me speaking. Beautiful. Let's go and get our runway turn-off lights off, our nose lights off, and our wing lights. We'll also disarm the ground spoilers. Beautiful. Visuals down there are just simply amazing. We'll throw it on autopilot here in a second. So we have that 160 knot restriction in the climb all the way around here. You can see we have 180 knots at Limac. So the aircraft will gain a little bit of speed at Limac, but we'll continue the climb up. Again, the whole purpose of this is the reason why you have such a low speed is just to gain as much altitude as quickly as possible. You can see here we're climbing at about 2,600 feet per minute, currently 2,400 feet per minute, following the flight director, even a little bit more, 2,800 feet per minute. So you can see the whole goal of this departure is to just gain as much altitude as we can. So, do you have failures on in the Fenix? No, I have failures on in the Sim, Max. I'm not... One thing you have to understand, Max, is I'm not a trained pilot, dude. You know, I always say leave the emergencies and that type of stuff for people that want the clickbait titles or the actual professional pilots. You know, pilots in the real world, that's what they train for, the emergencies. They have all the QRHs, they have all the handbooks. I don't have any of that, dude. I haven't been trained. I wouldn't know what to do for an electrical failure in an A320, right? I just don't think it would be very entertaining other than watching me try and find an airport to land at. I don't know, man. I just find it a little bit clickbaitish for me personally. Again, I'm not a trained pilot. I'm not, you know, I don't like to train for failures and that type of stuff. I think that's a little bit kind of, you know, I sit on my simulator and I practice failures and then I live stream the failures. That's not really a failure. We do have random things that happen. Like I said, the failures are turned on in the simulator. So there are random things that happen sometimes. We've had to do that a couple times already, where we've had to find an airport or use an alternate or do something like that, right? So that's kind of the way I look at it. All right, autopilot's coming on. Bring you up back to the flight deck. Hey, Cap, do you want to pilot IRL? No. Oh shit, dew point temp is both 7 degrees, which equals fog. Auto land technically not allowed. We'll do it either way if it isn't real life. We'll see. Yeah. Did you know Queenstown has a rocket launch site? I know, dude. You're telling me. Especially with the restriction. And we got the 11,000 foot restriction here coming up, which we're hitting right now. You can actually see Queenstown, the city is down here. The airport's right there. So we just did basically one big circle. You can see the other aircraft departing right now, the one that was behind us. We just did one big circle and we got ourselves up to 11,000 feet that quickly. It's pretty cool. Why don't I want to be a real pilot? Because I'm very happy with my life and how I get to live it right now, man. You know? I get to be at home every day. I get to be with my dog. I get to be with my fiance. You know, pilot, especially if you're starting out to be a pilot, man. I mean, kiss goodbye any social life or anything like that, you know? It's not that I don't want to fly IRL, and that wasn't the question. The question was, do you want to be a pilot in real life? And my answer was no. That doesn't mean that I might not go get a private pilot's license or something like that, right? But as far as being a commercial pilot, no, I'm not interested in that, man. Not interested. Not for me, dude. I have a pretty great job here, working from my living room, being a full-time content creator here on YouTube. There's you know, a lot of perks that come with that as well, dude. As I just mentioned, some of the other ones. I get to wake up. I get to you know, take 20 steps to my living room and power on my computer. I get to be with my dog. I get to be with my fiance every time and every night that I want to be. So there's a lot of benefits, as well as some people are just because I'm a fan of aviation doesn't mean that I want to become a commercial pilot, right? I hope that makes sense and you understand that. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to put us in open climb now. So we're just going to go to open climb, and I'm going to go speed 250, which it's going to do now as well. So we'll continue to climb. Steve, take care, man. Appreciate you, dude. I'm just below you on your departure. Yes, you were. We watched your departure, actually, Nicholas. It was pretty cool. I saw you depart out, man. Pretty damn cool. That's why I love Queenstown, dude. Absolutely epic. Let's go flaps clean. Give you a nice wing view of our flaps coming clean here. There we go, chat. 11,000 feet, and we're going flaps clean. Open climb is the same as a like level change in Boeing. So there's no restrictions. You can just climb. So there was a restriction here. If we look at the chart, there's a restriction below 12,000, below 18,000, below 25,000. So there's all these restrictions, probably for inbound aircraft. Now, a lot of the time, just because it's a restriction on the chart, a lot of the time the ATC will just end up giving you, like, you know, your cruise altitude, tell you to climb, and that's when you would use open climb, as that is the best way to climb without using, like, vertical speed or something like that. Hey, got the link, the pinned in the comments to your Discord for the fix for the Fenix wing views isn't working for me. It says it's not shared or doesn't exist. Are you in the Fenix Discord, Craig? That would be my first question. Make sure you're in the Fenix Discord, and make sure you've done, I don't know if they have any like rules or stuff that needs to be done for that, but yeah, make sure that you're in the Fenix Discord and that you've got all that. Maybe that's the future. The pilots sit at home while flying the airplane via data link or whatever. Not in our lifetime, Erin, I don't think, but maybe one day, dude. Maybe one day. In a previous stream, you mentioned that you hard link scenery from a different hard drive without using add-on linker. I'm trying to achieve the same without luck. Can you show your workflow? Matthias, Google hard shell links. Hard shell links. Hard shell symbolic links. Link shell extension. Do this, all right? Download this. This is hard links, referred to as hard links. Hard links provide the ability to keep a single copy of a file, yet to have it appear on multiple folders directory. So just Google that, hard link. Go here. And then the way that it works, man, is it's super simple. If you go to your hard drive, you basically, whatever scenery you want to bring over, you right-click, you go pick link source. There it is right there. Pick link source, so that'll come in once you've installed that mod. Pick link source, and then you just drop the link source into here. You would right click and whatever it is, it's when you have it drop link source, it'll put up there once you have one in there. Very simple. Very, very simple. There's a ton of tutorials as well online. So if you're ever stuck or something like that, hard shell links is what you're looking for. Hopefully that helps. You're in the Fenix Discord. Man, I don't know. I'm not quite sure why it wouldn't be working then. Did they remove it? Was there an update or something, you know? I'm not quite sure. Did you know Cap is actually flying a real flight right now? I'm on flight on 2-2. Service sucks. They won't give me my water. You're on a flight right now, Sean? Is that what you're saying? Sorry, man. That was a little bit difficult to read. Yes, Matthias. Do that for sure, man. Dan Barry showed me that whole hard link shell extension stuff. So that's where I learned it from. Mr. Daniel Barry. No worries, Matthias. Glad I could help, man. Glad I could help. Chat, if you haven't done so, please don't forget to smash down that thumbs up button. Appreciate everybody being here today, man. I know there's some other streams going on right now, and of course we can't compete with real world pilots when they stream at the same time, so appreciate everybody being here, man, and hanging out with me this afternoon. So Supersonic Jellybean, there's a name I haven't seen in a while. Good to see you, man. Huge no floaties to you. Thanks so much for your support. I appreciate you, man. Good to see you, dude. Thank you. Incredibly kind. Appreciate you, man. How do you find out how long I've been a member? If you go to my YouTube page and you click on community, I think it shows you. I always forget to do that until you mention it. See, there you go. I use add-on linker. That's the same thing, basically. It is. Yeah, it can be, for sure. That was just joking. You said there was real-life flight and you flying it via your house. Oh, okay, wow. I was so confused for a second, Sean. I thought you were saying you were on a flight and they weren't giving you any water. Yeah, I don't foresee... I don't know. I don't foresee data link commercial flights or anything like that, man. Flying drones and stuff like that, sure. But the second you're putting like a person's life in the hands of somebody that's actually not there controlling the aircraft, I don't know about that, man. You can also click and see the perks and it will show you. Yes, exactly. Can you see total watch minutes or hours? I don't think so. I don't think YouTube allows you to view that type of stuff. I don't know. Self-driving cars. I know. Yeah, we thought we'd never see that. Here we are with Teslas and some of the other ones that are coming out. Does the link to the Discord still work for you? Not a big deal, but it would be nice to get them working. Does the link in the Discord still work for you? I mean, it should. Clicked on it the other day. General chat, pinned messages. Yes, it still works for me. And it's right here. All the information that I need is right here. That's what you literally download right here. So yes, everything is still working for me. I'm not quite sure why it's not working for you. I'm wondering if you just don't have certain access in the Discord or something. I don't know. Depending on how often watch, you may not want to see those hours. True, depends, right? I mean, you can always go, what is it? Is it hours? Or is it just exclamation point top? I thought there was a thing that you could do. ECAP's been a while. Life got super busy. But it's a lot easier now. Hey, man, good to see you back, Supersonic. Huge no floaties to you, man. And welcome back to the green team, man. It's good to have you back, dude. I hope, like you said, hope life is on the up and up now, man. It is simple. Just go to the Fenix Discord and then the community forum and search cannot hide cabin visibility. There you go. Maybe try that one out, Craig. What Matthew K was just putting in there. Click on the perks button to see your membership length. Got you. Yeesh, yeesh. Right, up to 27,000 feet, chat, and it looks like we're cruising for all of about 40 miles up at 27,000 feet. 40 miles is our cruise, it looks like. Or at least the seatbelts here as well. Pretty smooth up here, actually. You can see some of the cloud over here. There is only the points command, but I don't know if there are any commands that track the hours. I thought there was, but no, I think it's just top. What's your favorite A320 livery? Oh, I don't know, Leo. There's a lot of liveries out there, man. I mean, the Air New Zealand one is beautiful. Tried to switch it up today and go with the regular one, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know, man. Air Canada's new, like the Air Canada, the all-black livery, the black, white, and red. Ooh, baby. That one is sexy as well. I think Smitty's got like 13,000 points or something like that. All right, there's cruise altitude. I'm not going to bother changing the cost index or anything like that. As you can see, we're 43 miles till our descent. So let's go ahead and plug in some information for Christchurch here. So go over to Christchurch. We'll go to weather. Good. Winds are 320 at 3 knots. 320 at 3 knots. All right. We are... It's still super foggy, man. I mean, the fog's kind of lifting, but 7 degrees and 1018. 7 degrees, 1018. And minimums in for the ILS runway 2 is which we have planned right now. I think that's what we still want. Yeah, we want ILS 2. The minimums for the ILS runway 2... RVR is going to be low, man. Sheesh. Straight in approach. We're going to go as low as we can. 323 on the minimum. So 200 feet. 323 on the barrel minimum. Hopefully we've got something by there. Hopefully we've got a visual of something by there. It's very foggy down in Christchurch. So we'll see. BA all day. Blue underbelly and wings. Red tips on the flap things. Man, they're okay. I like the BA livery as well. I don't think it's one of the best liveries out there. That's for sure. It's nice, but I would consider it quite a standard livery, if you will. I do enjoy it. Yeah. What determines what category cat you are landing? The visibility, Erin. If that's what you mean, or are you saying like the... Other than that, the runway. Some runways can't. Like this isn't a Cat 3 approach, so this is one of those weird ones. Albeit there's probably no traffic. What time is it? It's like 3 in the morning or something in New Zealand, so there's not a lot of traffic in New Zealand at this time, so maybe that's why they don't have Cat 3 approaches. This is probably a marine layer of some type that gets burned off as the sun rises or something, but yeah, usually it has to do with the visibility and the minimums. Hey Gap, could you please shortly explain how you steer the drone camera? It looks very smooth and easy to use the keyboard. I do, yeah. I'll turn the sounds down here. I'll take you outside. So WASD controls this, and then you use the arrow keys on your numpad, so 2, 4, 8, and 6 to kind of move everything else around. And when you put it together, you can kind of allow yourself to make these pretty cool views and kind of snap to certain areas. Yeah, so WASD controls like left, right, back and forth, just like any like shooter game or whatever, right? First person shooter. And then the arrow keys on the numpad. So again, 2, 4, 8, and 6 change that. And then F and R also can do the height. But for the most part, yeah, you just kind of swing it around like that. So you need 2 hands on your keyboard. So yeah, that's how that kind of works. And you find that on the METAR, I guess the visibility in the ceiling, correct, Erin. Yeah. Correct. You look at the METAR report. A bunch of ways you could do it. Of course, if you use Navigraph has a full weather report in here. You go to the weather and then the METAR section. So it's got its full report there on the weather as well. But yeah. Pretty easy, my friend. Pretty easy.
Christchurch traffic, New Zealand 2806 short final. Delivering Christchurch.
I do have Navigraph, very good, yes. Very, very good. I use an Xbox controller for the drone, works really well. Yep, I've done that as well. I have my, well, it's over there, I can't reach it, but I've got my Logitech, whatever it's called, Logitech F Gaming stick, or whatever the hell it is. We've got that one as well. Can always have your own preference of buttons to control the drone. Absolutely, Sean. Yeah, if you want to take some time and set up your own custom keybinds and stuff like that, absolutely. I mean, that's what I did with my views. That was like the first thing that I did when I got this simulator, was I went in and I started changing like all the views. I gave myself the old camera view system for X-Plane. So I used my numpad. 1 looks down at the FMC, 2 is behind the wing here, 3 is behind the wing on this side, 9 is front wing, 7 is that one, 5 is ahead, 8 is my overhead, and then 0 is regular cockpit view. All right, chat. Descent is in 13 miles. If we open up our, we can see that we need to be at Idubu for 2,000 feet. And if we look at the arrival, I think it's got us for above 3,210 knots at Idubu. So we'll bug that up. We'll bug up 3,000 initially, just so we don't go any lower. So 3,000 is in. And we'll start our descent in about 6 miles or so. We'll start our descent down into Christchurch. I'm going to bump up our cost index just slightly. I'm going to go with like 15. Just because we're a little bit slow on that. And there is somebody behind us. I don't want to be too slow that the guy behind us catches up. We'll just bump up our cost index just a little bit. How was the tire change at the roast beef dinner last night? Was fantastic. Thank you for asking. I could have lived without the tire change, mofo. That's for damn sure. Could have lived without that. But, man, really weird, too, on these newer Audis, man. It's the hub, it's bored aluminum. It's super weird, man. Like, they don't have studs. Like, every other tire that I've changed, it's studs, right? The car sits on the studs, and then you put the nut on the studs, and that's it, right? No, not with Audi. Audi, they're like bored aluminum, so you have to like hold the wheel. Super weird, man. You gotta like hold the wheel, but there's nothing to like put the wheel on. You have to like hold it and line it all up. It was very weird, to say the least. It was the first time I'd seen a vehicle that had like bored. It's like a big chunk of aluminum that sits where the wheel attaches. Yeah, it was weird. You saw the runway at 30 feet? Ooh. Those are lug bolts. There you go. Was it easier or harder? Was harder. Then, like, changing my tires? Much harder. Yeah. Most German cars are like that. See, I didn't know that, Travis. That's pretty cool. I didn't know. And, I mean, Jesus, dude. She's got a Q5 SUV. These fucking tires, dude, weigh, like, 150 pounds each on Audi Sport rims, too. Like, holy macaroni, dude. Surprised I didn't destroy my back, to be honest with you. All right, let's start our descent down to 3,000 feet. Volkswagen does the same. Well, yeah, Audi, Volkswagen, it's the exact same, I think, isn't it? I think. I don't know. Pretty sure. Yeah, it was definitely interesting. There's a popular Reddit post about people bashing the Fenix. I kind of agree with some comments. Have you seen it? No, dude. I stay away from fucking Reddit at all costs, man. Mouth breathers on the internet complaining about an airplane. Talk about first world problems, Vine, if I've ever seen one. Don't like it, don't buy it. Why? This is the problem with like today's society and like the way that we're growing up and the way that things have gone lately is instead of like just not buying it and supporting it, you got to go to the fucking people feel like they have to go to Reddit or create these posts about things. It boggles my mind, man. Like, I don't get it, dude. I don't get it, man. So to answer your question, no. I avoid Reddit like the plague under most circumstances. Good luck finding the gate. I can't see shit. Follow your charts. Follow thy charts. Just tried to do a flight in the Fenix and I had a brake stuck issue. Unusable. Interesting. Sounds like a keybind conflict, if anything. Sometimes I feel like if you like hold the camera and you have the brakes, it can like just try and tap your brakes and see if it goes out. Have you been to Vegas yet? Nope. JJ, that's June. Mid to end of June. June 19th to the 25th. Good morning, Cap. Hope all is well. Are you enjoying the beautiful scenery in New Zealand so far? Absolutely, I am. It is beautiful, man. I mean, look at this. Absolutely gorgeous in every essence. It's definitely a hardware keybind issue. Yeah, I mean, I haven't had... Like, I know there's the bug. Like I said, if you're holding the brakes and you right-click and try and pan around the camera, it puts on an imaginary auto parking brake. You have to tap your brakes to kind of get them off. Speaking of Reddit, who remembers the X-Plane forum Reddit post about me? You guys remember that one? That was a fucking doozy, dude. It's part of the reasons why I dislike Reddit so much. Do you think FS Expo will ever go international? Well, there is an international show, Erin. There was one in Lelystad, in the Netherlands. And they used to have one in the UK as well, called Cosford. But as far as Flight Sim Expo, I think Flight Sim Expo stays North American, man. I think it just stays at North America, personally. I don't see them moving over. I don't see it, friends. Going into the fogginess cap, see when we're down. Take care, man. Let me know when you get visual. Thanks for the moving charts. I found my gate. Interested to see you do an auto land. I don't know if we're going to do an auto land. We'll probably try and take over if we can. Where did you end up parking, just so I know where to expect to park? The real aircraft parked at one of these 19, 18, 17. One of these random gates. I think they went to 19 or 20. Try and do that. Is it that foggy down there? Jeez, dude. I mean, you can see the layer right here over top of it. You can see the fog. It's pretty crazy. I can't sell the runway at 30 feet. I'm at stand 27. Okay. Do you see the new Dubai airport? They're expanding. DWC and DXB will move to DWC and will be 72 square acres. I did not see that, Max. That's pretty crazy. I'd love to visit Dubai one day, man. One day we'll make it. I feel like I need to visit New Zealand before I visit Dubai, though, but I don't know. We'll see. Forgot about that Reddit? Oh, dude, that one's a golden Reddit, dude. That's a prime example of, like, somebody, like... get a fucking life, dude. Somebody... I used to watch Captain Canada, but he was mean about X-Plane 12, so now he's a sellout. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. The world we live in, man. The world we live in. FS Expo in Dubai would be absolutely awesome. That would never happen, I don't think. We could dream about it, kill my skills, but I don't think it'll ever happen. Stopover in Dubai. I feel like, is there a stopover in... I feel like we're pretty far from Dubai, aren't we right now? I think that would be like be a lot more than a stopover. We're in New Zealand. Dubai is all the way here. I mean, I guess technically you could go like Canada to Dubai and then Dubai all the way down here. I guess technically it could happen, right? Dubai's the midpoint and then go from Dubai to... Could be kind of cool, actually. I guess it depends. In most cases, I would probably go from this way I'd probably go from here down. That would be, in most cases. Dude, we need to fly out to some like these places. Where the hell is this? Tahiti. Let's go to Tahiti. Sonny, what's up, man? Good to see you, dude. Welcome back. Hope you're doing well. We are descending into a foggy Christchurch where we're not sure if we're going to be able to get minimums. Can't wait for the Xbox showcase. According to IGN, the other sites will show Microsoft 2024 release date plus trailer. Nice. Very cool. I thought they were holding that till the Expo, Lilo, so we'll wait and see. But LA to Auckland is a 10-plus hour flight. There you go. Mark, what's up, my man? Good to see you, dude. Welcome back. Hope you're doing well. Happy Monday to you, my friend. Finishing off the week strong here in New Zealand. You've flown to Tahiti in the sim, and it's spectacular. Yeah, no kidding. It looks beautiful, man. I mean, look at that little island. That's badass, dude. That is badass. A person, good to see you, my friend. Welcome back. Hope you're doing well. Happy Monday to you. Going around. That means he did not see the approach. Jack, can you auto land at a runway that doesn't have an auto land? Like, how does that work? If there's no Cat 3, you can't auto land, right? What if we arm approach 1 and 2? Will it auto land? Crystal blue water. Ooh. That would be nice. He was just close to another aircraft? Okay. Gotcha. IRL, they're required to cancel approach if they can't see the runway at minimums. Correct. It works, it's just not legal? We're not legal either. Don't worry about it. Maybe doing an auto land here, chat. Spent $500 at Micro Center yesterday. Ooh, what did you buy? Do tell. What did you buy, sir? I feel like $500 coming out of Micro Center, you got off easy. I was about to say I spent $5,000 at Micro Center yesterday. Then I would be like, oh, okay. I feel like only spending $500, dude. If I went to Micro Center, ooh. Is there a Micro Center in LA or in Vegas? Actually, we're not legal either. Exactly. It was just hitting on my vape. Maybe we can divert. Our alternate was Auckland. This might actually be kind of cool, chat. What if, chat, we try and shoot the approach, and then we try and get our way up to Auckland if we can't? Is that something that you'd be interested in? Or do you want to see me land? Or should we try and do this as legal as possible? Hold on. Let's start a poll. Start poll. Should we Autoland, divert to Auckland? Start poll. We've only got a couple minutes to answer this poll, so get at it. Get at it. Touch and go, then off to Auckland. It's kind of a far alternate. It is. It's about an hour away. Yeah, but we have enough fuel. This is what we planned for, right? We have enough fuel. This was our planned alternate airport. So we're perfectly legal to get to Auckland if we need to. So through 10,000 feet, landing lights, ding the cabin. Does this game run well on Xbox One? I'm not sure, Joe. I think so. Not entirely sure though. Really hoping to get some PMDG news by the first. This wait is driven me nuts. You're not alone, man. That's for sure. You're not alone, my friend. Thinking about upgrading to AMD 5, but it's around $800 and don't know how Microsoft 2024 will perform. I would be waiting, Erin. I'm not doing anything until I get more info on 2024 and what it's going to perform like and stuff like that. I agree with you. Yeah. Dylan, what's up, man? Good to see you, dude. It was my second trip in 2 months. Spent $3K the first time. This time I got a beacon mixer, a webcam ×2 16 gigs RAMs, and a monitor stand for 2 screens. Hey, there you go, man. You'll love the beacon mixer, Mark. I absolutely love it, dude. It makes everything just so much easier. So much easier. I don't have an Xbox. If I get one, I will get this game. There you go, Joe. Yeah, for sure, man. All right, into the fog and plus 15 degrees, so I don't think we need to worry about any anti-ice, but we'll keep our eye on it, chat. But we're going into the fog now. It'll become a little bit ominous here in a second. I'm going to turn on our landing system as well. Don't be counting on me. I'm going to arm... okay, never mind. Wait, approach has to be on, then I can arm autopilot 2. Don't worry, chat. We got this. Anyone voting for Auckland is a vote against fun. Vote against fun. But I like fun. I think fun is fun. What PC do I have? Joe, exclamation point specs, a custom built PC. Get the TCA stick out of your ass and loosen up. Ooh, boy. Spicy on a Monday afternoon, he is. Spicy, spicy. Alright, ground spoilers are in and armed. We do have a speed restriction, 210 knots coming up. The aircraft should adhere to that. If somebody right here, 1,800 feet below us, I think maybe he's going to try and get around us, but... The more time with the cap, the better. Or they want more time with cap. Oh, maybe. Read it wrong. I seen auto land. I thought the bottom one would have been a manual landing, so I pressed it. It's okay, man. Auto land is fine. I'm sure you'll do a very nice auto landing. Thank you. Yes. The skills of my auto land will be tested. All right, speed's rolling back, 210. I'm going to activate approach mode. Thank you much. Confirmed. Good. Let's go ahead and arm our localizer. Localizer will be armed. Alright, and after our auto land, we're going to be vacating to the right. So 2,000 feet is what we're allowed to take this down to as well. We'll go to managed mode. There's our 3,000 foot restriction. Aircraft should adhere to that. Looks like Lokestar is captured as well. Beautiful. I'm going to arm approach. 210 knot restriction is coming in now. Beautiful. Air FK, thanks so much, man, for the 249. Appreciate you. Says, I'm sure you'll do a very nice auto landing. Thank you, dude. Appreciate you, my friend. Thank you for supporting the channel. Incredibly kind. Thank you, thank you, thank you, man. All right, we're going to end the poll here, chat. Looks like we're doing an auto land. You guys have decided. Approach is armed. Now I can arm autopilot 1 and 2. So they are both armed. So we're in auto land. We're not going to record the landing because we have a second flight we have to do. But we do have G's open, so we'll be able to see what G's gives us. Be able to see if it's a nice, fair landing. Let's go flaps 1, and I'll bring that speed back to 190 knots. Beautiful. We're about to capture glide slope and start the descent. Wonderful. Huge note floaties to you. Quacks, thanks for support, man. I appreciate you. Thank you for the kind words. That was my doorbell. I don't know why the doorbell's ringing, but that's fine. I'm going to go gear down. We're a little bit quick on the speed here, so I'm going to go gear down and get some ground spoilers out. Was a little bit slow bringing that speed back. There's 2,500, so gear's coming out. I'm going to go final approach speed now. RJ, what's up, my man? Good to see you, dude. Welcome back. Hope all is well, dude. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, 7 miles out. Slowly speed rolling back now. We can go flaps 2. Good. Thanks so much, Quacks. It's unfortunate I can't watch your streams live very often. I'm enjoying it all more now. Keep up the good work and don't lose your passion for Flight Simulator. Best stream with knowledge and humor. Quacks, thank you very much for the kind words, man. Dropping the €12 donation. Flaps 3. Huge no floaties to you, man. Thank you very, very much for those kind words. Truly do appreciate that. I don't think I'll ever lose my passion for Flight Sim, man. This is my true passion, my true hobby. I absolutely love it. So thank you for the kind words, and thank you for the continued support of the channel, my friend. I'm glad you're able to hang out and watch, dude. Thank you. All right, flaps are full. We're coming through 1,500 feet.
Unfortunately, I can't watch your stream live very often. I'm enjoying it all the more now. Keep up the good work and don't lose your passion for the flight simulator. Best stream with knowledge and humor.
Appreciate you, dude. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, landing checklist, gear down, 3 green, flaps are full, ground spoilers are armed, auto brake is set, cabin crew has been advised, we'll get the rest of our lights on. We're looking good here, chat. I mean, I'm not touching anything. You know what I'm going to do, though? I'm going to throw joystick cam on just because this stream is sponsored by Thrustmaster. So if you are interested in any of the peripherals that you see me using here, you can use the link up above. Additionally, if you are buying anything directly from Thrustmaster's website, you can use my creator code Captain Canada at checkout to help out the channel. Doesn't cost you any more, doesn't do anything like that, but it just helps out the channel. So thank you for the support, Thrustmaster. Thank you for sponsoring this stream. I'm going to leave these controls on because we eventually are going to take control, right? So we're through 1,000 feet, chat, and I'm going to leave us in like GoPro view, and we're going to see when we kind of see something. Remember that I am not landing. This is an auto land, so just keep that in mind. This is an auto land. I'm not doing anything. We're going to see how well this aircraft performs in this auto land. We're currently getting bumped around like crazy. You can look at the primary flight display. It's kind of tracking all over the place to kind of keep it on track. So I can't see
500.
anything. 500 feet. It is as thick as soup out there, chat. Tomato soup. Can't see nothing. So hopefully the auto land does a great job and we can keep it on the runway. We're just going to have to retard the throttles. It's the only thing that we need to do once it calls out retard.
100 above.
100 above minimums. Of course, we're auto landing, so don't worry. If this was the real flight, though, absolutely nothing at minimums, chat. You can't see a damn thing out there at 200 feet. Absolutely nothing. 100 feet, still can't see anything. This would literally be scary as shit, dude.
40.
There's the
30,
runway.
20. 10. 5.
Nose down gently. Reversers are out. This is insanity, dude. Decelerating. .60 knots, reversers are stowed, we're manually braking. Autopilot is off. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome down to Christchurch. That is insanity. Absolute insanity. Look at this right now. Wow. Thank God for autoland, man. Is landing allowed in real life in this type of visibility? Probably not. Probably not, man. I don't think you're going to be landing an aircraft in real life if it was like this, man. This is pretty gnarly. This is without a doubt some of the craziest fog I've actually ever landed in. We're going to take the first right here onto Alpha, and then we're going into stand 19. So we'll continue going here. We'll make the right turn. Stand 19 is what we're looking for. 19 medium. No. And we'll follow this way. I can just see the terminal out here in front of us. This is bananas. Landing lights are off. Nose light over to taxi. Runway turn-offs are off. Strobe lights are off. Wing lights are off. APU master start switch is on. We're stopping the clock here, chat. 41 minutes on the flight time. Very good. You need an ILS to the gate. Wild, man. Absolutely wild. That was really cool, though. Really damn cool. You know, we don't get to do these all that often, so to be able to do this, we'll go flaps and spoilers. It was a decent landing. It was a little bit firm. 241 foot per minute, 1.03 on the G, though. Pretty good landing. I mean, that's like, again, 240, 250 feet per minute. That's a normal, everyday landing. So the aircraft did a good job. I would say he did a good job. Show live time, it would be even crazier at night. We may actually see a little bit more in at night, Jarvis, just because you may be able to see some of the lights a little bit better. But here's stand 20, and then this should be our stand right here, chat. Stand 19. APU start switch is on, and then this is our stand here for stand 19. Get ourselves into here. I can't see if there's an airplane here. Hopefully there's not. Chat, it's a good thing we're not doing a scenery showcase today, is it? Oh, shit. Hey, guys, welcome to this payware scenery that we're showing off today. You can't see a damn thing. Wild, man. Absolutely wild. I don't want to be blinding anybody. I don't see my guidance, though. I don't know exactly where we're supposed to be going. I guess we'll just jump outside and kind of figure it out that way. It'd be good right about there, we'll call it. Alright, park brakes on. Upstairs, EPU's on. EPU bleed is on. Good. Engine number 2 is off. Engine number 1 is off. Fuel pumps are off. Beacon light is off. Seatbelt sign is off. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome down to Christchurch, where the weather is, my goodness, almost as bad as I've ever seen it. Predictive wind shear system goes off as well. Beautiful. There we have it, friends. We've made it down to Christchurch. The jet bridge is connecting. The baggage loaders are somehow doing their thing. This is bananas, dude. Absolute bananas. For takeoff, you need 125 meters. Yeah, it's going to be wild on takeoff as well. Can we auto take off, chat? Is that a thing? Maybe we auto take off, yeah? That would be that would help out just a little bit if we could just do a nice auto takeoff today. Sweet, cool. Let's go ahead and start planning for the next flight, shall we? We're leaving Christchurch and we're going over to Auckland. Hopefully we have a little bit better weather in Auckland. We're gonna go new flight ANZ. Good, and we're going NZCH over to NZAA. We'll be in the 320. And we're going here. Good. We've got 159 passengers for the next leg. Friends, we're departing on runway 2, and it has us arriving on runway 5 right. Good. Takeoff will be much easier. Kind of, though. The problem with weather like this, when it gets like this, is you can lose the center line and your depth perception goes out the wall, man, out the window. So, yeah. You sure you landed in Christchurch? I think so. I think we're here. All right, cool. We've got our flight plan. Let's go ahead and go to VATSIM. I'll file that off now. We're deboarding the baggage and the passengers. They're all coming off the aircraft now. Wants us up to 35,000 feet for the next leg, so that's good. We'll file that off. That's been set. Good. We disconnect quickly and reconnect with our new call sign 526. Good. Connected. Good. Give me a second, chat. Come over here. I'll update our banner with our new flight information.
Christchurch traffic, 1642, exiting 1102 by Alpha 4, taxiing to gate 18 by Alpha. EasyJet 126 is on short final. Will be short final here soon.
All right.
For runway 02.
New flight information should be upstairs there. Oh, okay. Slewing airplanes around town. Cap, are you sure it's not Detroit? Cap, do you still use SimBrief for flight plans? Absolutely, man. SimBrief's the only way to go, dude. Yeah. Do you still need to sit and wait for the engines to cool down? Yeah, if you're using the IEs. Yeah. Absolutely. Good landing despite the low visibility. It was, Zach. Yeah, absolutely, man. Yeah, I think AutoLand did a fair job for sure. Good luck staying on centerline. Yeah, it's going to be a little bit difficult, that's for sure. That is for sure. All right, chat. Enjoy the deboarding process. My doorbell was ringing, so I'm going to go see what the hell that was all about. I think my factor meals were delivered. I think that's what that was. So enjoy the deboarding process. I'll be back in about 5 minutes for the boarding process, and we'll get everything ready and get our flight plans in for that. So enjoy the tunes, and I will see you all in a few minutes.
No, it's a little bit foggy out here. I think you're on Alpha 6. I'm looking at my chart and it says Alpha 5, but you may be right. I'm sorry, my apologies. It is Alpha 5. I looked at the wrong part of my chart. My apologies. It's all good, it happened. Christchurch, New Zealand, 2006. Pushing back and 27, Christchurch. EasyJet 126, is there anyone at the scan 21? Does not look like it. EasyJet 126 will be scan 21. Just a little bit foggy out here, can't see anything. My mistake, I'm at Fenix 21 and currently pushing back from New Zealand 2006. Alright, we'll give you some time to push back.
Alrighty, friends, we're back. Let's go ahead and load up our new flight plan here on Navigraph. We'll go to flights, unload, import, sim brief, our new flight plan. Let's have a quick little look, see what the weather's doing here in Auckland. Good. Visibility is good in Auckland. Winds are 050 at 2 knots, broken at 6,000. Good. We'll be able to have a nice manual landing up in Auckland at least. That is the plan. We're just getting the last couple passengers deboarded, and then we'll go ahead and get everything reboarded for the next flight. I could barely make out the terminal here in front of us. Pretty crazy. If we come down here and we dismiss that, we'll go back to our Fenix tab. Hey, Fenix tab, thank you. And we see here, you can see we've got 30 passengers left to deboard the aircraft. And then we'll start the boarding process all over again, friends. Made you, actually made you snort laugh. I'll have a look at that after, Andy. Thanks, man. This is your favorite kind of weather? It's nice. Nice weather. You can't even taxi. You can taxi. You just have to have your charts open, man. Charts will save you in this one. At least you know that we just have to follow alpha all the way down. Should be pretty straightforward. Push back, follow alpha all the way down, and then onto the runway. It's going to be pretty wild. Random, but how about the Canucks? It's good. Yeah, up 3-1, man. That incredible comeback last night. Pretty crazy. Pretty crazy that both your starting goalies, Demko and what's-his-face, are out as well. Pretty wild, man. Third string goalie and you go up 3-1 in the series. Yeah. Cap, why do we use G's now? Landing rate monitor stopped working, Lightspeed. I don't know why. It says it's connected, everything's working perfectly, but it doesn't work. So, yeah. IRL, your stand is closed for work in progress. Well, there you go. Good thing we're on, good thing we are in the sim world, right? The Preds are choking big time. I mean, the Preds are not even really that good of a team. There's a couple teams that, like, you know, Washington shouldn't have been in the playoffs, if I'm being honest with you. Washington, they got swept by New York in 4. Washington shouldn't be there. Winnipeg, questionable again. Like, I don't see how Winnipeg has, like, they would just rely on Connor Hellebuck way too much, man. And the Preds, like every year, they seem to be kind of the same teams that are out every single time. AtSiu menu, AOC, we should have our received message, and it should be our arrival message, which is good. We'll accept that. Wonderful. We forgot to stop our block time, but that's okay. We'll just reset that now. Anyways, we did stop our flight time. I thought we did anyways. It was 41 minutes. I forgot to stop that as well, so I'll reset that. Good. DeSmith, that's the one. Thank you. Scares the shit out of me that both our goalies are out. Man, I mean, hopefully Demko's back or DeSmith. DeSmith played unreal for you guys in game 3, so hopefully he can come back. That's for sure. Last passenger is deboarding the aircraft, chat, and then we'll go ahead and there we go. Final passenger should be deboarded. Waiting for that. Ovi was a major non-factor this series. No points in 4 games. Guy's done, to be honest with you, man. No, there we go. Sweet. Let's go to My Flights. We're going to import our next flight. Good. We're going from Christchurch over to Auckland. Go to our Mass Balance tab. We're going to go to Load Aircraft. We're going to go to GSX. And there we have it. We'll start the boarding process through GSX once again. Now all that is done, we can come down here to the McDo and we can start punching some information in here. So go to our init request. We'll do our init request. Good. Call sign today, NZA. Sorry, ANZ. I always do that. ANZ. What was our call sign? 526 for this leg. And we'll go ahead and throw that into there. You can see Christchurch over to Auckland. Beautiful. We're going to go with a cost index of 5 initially with a cruise level of 350, 35,000 feet. Good. Go to our flight plan page. We're going to go to Christchurch departures. We are on the Gut B1 Bravo departure out of runway 2. Gut B1 Bravo, or 1 Bravo or Papa? Sorry, 1 Papa. Good. And we're using the Glen transition. Go ahead and insert that. Beautiful. Into Auckland arrivals. We're going to plan for the ILS 5 right. We are going to be on the Dave 7 Bravo arrival. Dave 7 Bravo. Good. And our approach vias today. Let's have a quick little look-see here. The Davy, I guess it would be. The Davy takes us out to Lengu. And if we go to approaches and we go to the ILS runway 5 and we pin that, ILS runway 5 from Lengu. Is that an option? I don't see it, so I'm just going to go Novia, and we'll go and insert that. Beautiful. Cool, we'll scroll through. We'll make sure we don't have any crazy discontinuities or anything like that. I'm going to remove that discontinuity there, and we'll insert that. And there we have it. There's the arrival and approach into runway 5 right into Auckland. Good, flight plan's done. We'll just wait for the init B page. We got to wait for the boarding and the deboarding of the aircraft. The fuel truck should be on its way. I'm not quite sure what's going on with that, so we'll wait and see. But we should be waiting for the fuel truck. He should be here any moment. And then he should start that. It was very sad to say that we got ATC and that New Zealand does not get a lot of attention. Well, again, Tunush, it's like 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock in the morning here, right? So we can't really expect ATC to come online. I'm sure if I flew at a later time, we might be able to get some ATC in if it was the evening or something, but yeah. I'm happy the Caps got swept away because they blow in Tampa Bay and Toronto are both losing their asses off. Yes, correct. Yeah. Here comes the fuel truck. Here comes the catering trucks. Beautiful. They're rolling up now. Fuel truck is on the runway. Got lost in the fog. Carlos, what's up, man? Good to see you, dude. Welcome back. Gordon, good to see you, dude. A shadow of what he used to be? Yeah, I mean, at this point, I think he maybe... Is he signed for next year? I'm wondering if he's signed for next year. At this point, I think he's probably just signed just so that he can try and attempt to get to Gretzky's number, his all-time leading goal scoring, but I don't know if it'll happen, man. I really don't know if it'll happen. All right, there we go. Catering is here. Fuel truck is here as well. We're not getting very much fuel. We're at 4,300 kilograms. We need 4,739. So not a lot of fuel. The fuel process should take all of about 30 seconds here. Almost like a top-up of fuel, if you will. Credit where credit is due, the Rangers are also pretty damn good. They were. Yeah, it's about time, to be honest with you, man. I feel like the Rangers have been underperforming in the playoffs for quite a while now. So, yeah, it's good for them to get a first-round win the way that they did. And, I mean, there'll be a force to reckon with whoever they're playing. Is it going to be... It's not... I don't even understand the new playoff, the way that it works, but... I guess they would play the winner of the Toronto-Boston series, I think, is who the Rangers will be playing. I don't think they're playing Carolina, because I think Carolina plays the winner of the Florida games, I think. Florida is the better team, but the Lightning are not getting blown away. If Bobrovsky didn't make the unbelievable save in Game 2, the series is tied to 2-2. True. Bobrovsky always plays like an absolute animal in the playoffs, dude. 30 years since we won the Stanley Cup. The Rangers? It's been a while, man. Yeah, it's been a while. I think that's all for the fuel today, friends. I told you, it would take all about 30 seconds for the fuel, so... It's the other way around? Okay, so the Canes play the... So the Canes play the Rangers, and then the other series, Toronto-Boston, would be the Florida series? Okay. Carolina New York Islander winner plays the Rangers. Okay, got you. And Carolina's up 3-1 against the Islanders. Okay, got you. Got you. All right, catering should almost be done. Yep, catering's done. Fueling is done. So now we'll get the passengers on board as well. We've got our preliminary load sheet, which we'll accept, and then we're just waiting for the finalized load sheet and all of our numbers to get up in here. And it'll be good to push back. Head over to Auckland. We are scheduled for 1 hour and 5 minutes of the flight time on this next leg, chat. 1 hour and 5 minutes. We should get some beautiful views along the route as well. If you look at our flight plan here, I believe we're going to go gorgeous views along the coastline here. Should have some beautiful views. Captain D Tribs, good to see you, man. 3 months. Yes, sir, 3 months. It's been awesome. Thanks, Cap. Hey, man, thank you for your support. Appreciate you, man. 3 months as a business class member. Huge no floaties to you, man. Thank you. Incredibly kind. Appreciate the support, dude. Just tuned in, missed the landing. Curious, how did you land in that fog? Autoland, Johan. An Autoland, sir. Autoland did a pretty good job. Canes will have to take out both New York teams and their media supporters. So hard to listen to. Oh, wow. You can't be any worse than Jack Edwards calling the Boston games. That's for damn sure. All right, here we go. Baggage is going to start boarding as well. We should be getting some passengers up on board here momentarily. They're looking good, chat. Jack Edwards, Jesus Tam Sensing, Chris the Dude is all, oh dude, this is his last year, man. It is his last year doing play-by-play. He is retiring next year, so that's, I mean, he's just so biased. That's the problem with Jack Edwards is he's just insanely biased, right? And it's difficult to listen to like a national broadcast when it's like, you know, so heavily favored one way. It's like, I get it, man. You have your team and you know, that's fine. But if you're a national broadcaster as well, like I feel like you need to do a little bit better of a job. Maybe not be so obvious about, you know, who you're cheering for. And because, yeah, he's had some awful takes. Awful takes over the years, man. It's funny because like Boston fans and all they love him. They absolutely love him, right? They think he's a national treasure. So, yeah. Feel like it's starting to get a little bit better. I can see the passengers over here inside the terminal. Oh, looks like they're starting up here and then falling through the... Yes, it's the new air bridge. No problem. And NESN must have their head up their arse a bit, but who knows? Wow. Yeah. True for all Boston announcers. The Celtics had a guy who was the same. Interesting. Maybe it's just the way they are in Boston, man. I don't know. Maybe it's the way that they are. But yo, yeah, I've had this conversation multiple times with my buddy. I call Jack Edwards one of the biggest hot dog announcers ever. I have no issue with the home broadcast team. It's the national media slobbing over the original six or any team in New York. Got you. Okay. Yeah, I could understand that as well. All right, passengers are boarding. They're waiting for the baggage loaders to show up. But we should be loading up the baggage here in a second. Where are you at? What do you mean? Like, what airport am I at? I'm at Christchurch. As soon as a good player leaves Boston, he goes from a monster to a bum. Wow, that's every sport, really. I feel like that's normal in sports. You leave, you're an enemy immediately. What gate am I at? Gate 19. 19. Samoa, what's up, my friend? Good to see you, dude. Welcome back. Hope we're doing well. Happy Monday to you, amigo. Hope you're having a great day. Just got here, Cap. Great Autoland. Thanks, Jordan. Appreciate it, man. We got to give kudos to the Airbus systems, though, and the Fenix for making the Autoland work so well. What's up at Microsoft World? Where are they going to get the PMDG? When are we going to get the PM? Well, I mean, that has nothing to do with Microsoft. That's PMDG. They're a third-party developer, and we'll get it when we get it, man. There's no point in getting upset about it. That's for damn sure. We'll get it when we get it, dude. Where is that bad weather? We're in Christchurch, New Zealand. It's fog. It's not even bad weather. You'll see once we break out of it, it's not even that bad. It's just fog at about 3,000 feet. Once we on the climb out above 3,000 feet, you'll see it's perfectly fine weather. It's just right over top of Christchurch, and from what I've gathered, it's fairly common because of where it is. It's almost like a marine layer in a sense of the fog. It's pretty damn cool. Pretty cool. At least he greets the Microsoft world. True. For all we know, we can be in Detroit. Exactly. How is there fog in New Zealand? What do you mean, man? Just, fog can be anywhere in the world. New Zealand gets pretty cold. It's their winter right now. summer for a lot of the world, but it's New Zealand and Australia's winter. So it's a little bit cold, and fog usually happens when the outside air temperature reaches the same as the dew point. That's how that works. I mimicked your flight from yesterday, Cap. Unbelievable visuals, thoroughly enjoyed. Nice, Mike. Glad you enjoyed it, man. That is Queenstown, dude. So epic on so many levels, man. Just rewind a little. Autoland did a good job indeed. Nerve-wracking. It is. Yeah, it is, man. You kind of just sit there and monitor the controls. Don't forget to pull back the throttles and let the airplane do, you know? Let your airplane do what it's supposed to do. Like I said, kudos to Fenix, man. I think this is one of the best, like, auto-landing airplanes that we have. People made the fog. Yes. Yes, they did. This is homemade fog. The homemade fog. Chem fog. Captain with a fog machine, I like it, exactly. Joining you for this leg, nice, Erin. Sweet. Should be a fun leg, man. At least the weather's a lot better in Auckland as well. Darby, celebrating 9 months. Appreciate it, man. Says 9 months. Enjoy each time you stream. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Seems like the fog is lightening up a bit. Little bit. Not by much. Maybe like 5 or 10 feet. Monsieur Jarvis. It also might be just that the sun is getting up a little bit higher in the sky, so it looks like it's a little bit brighter. Could be, but... Thanks again, Darby. Appreciate you, man. 9 months. Our YouTube baby is complete. Next is going to be the 1 year for you, man. 1 year support. Thanks again, man. Appreciate you. Imagine we had a fog machine in here and then you just saw it like getting super foggy. It'd be hilarious. We've got a good chunk of passengers already on board. 80 passengers, 159 going over to Auckland today. So we are just about halfway done the boarding process, and we've obviously got the baggage loaders are almost done finishing up there as well. So we're looking good. We are looking good, chat. Rick, what's up, man? Good to see you, dude. You missed a sweet Autoland. It was pretty cool. What do you mean? Do you do have a fog machine? I don't, but you can get them. They're fairly cheap nowadays, man. Do you think TFDI will release the MD-11 tomorrow? No? What? Why? Is tomorrow a special day or something like that? I don't think so. Not without an announcement, I don't think. But who knows? Never say never. $95 passengers on board, chat. We're boarding actually pretty quickly. I'm pretty impressed with the boarding here in New Zealand. Great ground crews. Great ground crew. Just watch some live cams nighttime there, but very foggy, yes. They said it's expected to be feature complete by tomorrow. Yeah, but that's not release date, Christoph. You have to realize that's two completely different things, right? Just because it's feature complete means that they're done working on the features and they can actually start the proper development process. I think that airplane is still a good 6 to 12 months away, man. Personally, I don't know, but we'll wait and see. Might regret that with the rain / thunder you get at times. Microsoft, to be fair, maybe, could be. How's your Monday going so far? Can't complain, Sean. Can't complain, my man. All right, let's see if I can join on this leg. It's been a minute. Oh. You're approaching Luxembourg. It's going terrible. Oh. Zachary, good to see you, man. Welcome back. Hope you're doing well. A Cat 3, was it an A, B, or C? It was an illegal Cat 3. There is no AutoLand at this airport. But, like, to be fair, it's like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning here in New Zealand, so there wouldn't be any flights out of here anyways, but, yeah. We'll call it an illegal AutoLand. All right, we're almost done boarding. 116 passengers of 159. Fuel's on board. Cargo's on board. So we're just waiting for the last couple passengers here to get on board, and then we'll be good to go, friends. Good to go. We've got 35,000 set for our cruise altitude, which will be good. I don't like fog on the road. See too many people die because of it. Yeah, I mean, fog is one of those things, man. You got to be very careful of, for sure. For sure, for sure. Chat, remember, if you haven't done so, don't forget to smash down that thumbs up button. We're going for 250 likes today. No clue if we'll be able to hit that, but if you haven't done so, do me a huge solid and don't forget to smash down that thumbs up button. Show the channel some love. And we'll be departing here momentarily. Getting the last, what do we got, 30-something passengers left aboard. $29 passengers left, chat. Problem might be everybody pushing back at the same time. We're not going to be able to see. I mean, I can kind of see a little bit better now. You can see like 2 or 3 gates down that way. You can see a couple gates down that way. You can look at our departure. Takes us a little bit of a left turn to Gutpoo, and then from Gutboo, not Gutpoo, Gutboo, we're going out to Glen. And that's the departure out. And then from Glen, we're on course. Across Cook Strait, down on the coast. We may get a nice little view of Wellington. We may see it. Maybe off in the distance we'll see it, but yeah. Jason, my man, coming in with the 13 months. Appreciate you. Says, my night shift is messing with my Cap Canada viewing. I'm actually up in time for one of these. Huge no floaties to you, Jason. Thank you for the support, man. Appreciate you, dude. Thursday evenings. Don't forget, Jason, we are live Thursday evening, every evening. For those of you that do the night shift or can't tune in regularly, Thursday evening streams are becoming quite a hit, man. We're having a lot of fun on our Thursday evening, so. Are there any RNAV approaches into Auckland? I think so. Yeah, we're just shooting an ILS, but yeah, there's some RNAVs. There's some Zulus. There's some Yankees. There's some X-rays. X-ray would be cool, but we got to come in from the other way. And then looks like they have visuals, and then they have ILSs as well. Yep, there's a little bit of everything. Little bit of everything. 7 passengers left, chat. And we'll be good to go here. Getting ourselves pushed back. APU is already on and available, so that looks good. We'll get our fuel pumps on now as well. We'll get our ground control on. And seatbelt signs can come on as well. We're going to be pushing back here any second. 3 passengers left to board. What's your departure runway? Runway 2. Runway 2. Thanks again, Jason. Appreciate you, man. 13 months. Aircraft is boarded. Let's send over that to the McDo. Good. It's got a red beacon light on. Good. It's going to signal the ground crew, let them know we're ready to rock and roll. We're going to come down to the McDo. We're going to make sure that our init B page has been filled in, which it has. Good. Go to our performance page here today. Long runway down in Christchurch. We don't need to worry about doing a toga takeoff as much as we would like to. We'll just keep it as normal as possible. We are departing on runway 2. Surface conditions are dry. We're going with the flaps 1. Force tow no, anti-ice off, packs on, sync load sheet, sync live weather, and we'll calculate our V-speeds. 37, 40, 40, 1 slash down 0.3, and a flex of 67. We'll send that down to the McDo. We'll confirm that all those numbers have been brought down here. Good. 1620, I believe, is the number. 1630 is what we're looking for. I wonder why it gives us like 10 feet. It always does that. 10 feet lower than what it should be. And 1630 into there. Beautiful. Cool. I work Thursday night, so generally watch them after the fact. Got you, Jason. Got you, man. Good afternoon, Cap. Struggling with a cold, so watching in the Lurkers Lounge today. Hope you're doing well. Mark, good to see you, my man. I hope you're feeling better soon, dude. Trust me, I know all about flus and colds, and dude, I've been, I was right out of it for 3 or 4 weeks, man. I had started off as a flu, which then turned into a sinus infection, which then turned into like a bacterial infection, and was just brutal, man. Absolutely brutal. I was struggling big time for a good couple weeks, man. I hope you don't get that. One pushing from 17 now, then I will behind you, okay? He pushed there. Okay, I think there may even be another one. Yeah, one there, one there. Okay. We're going to go nose left facing northeast, I think is what we want, right? Nose left facing northeast. No, we want to be southwest on Alpha. Yeah, north would have been that way, so southwest. Alright, so we'll let those guys push back. I don't want to push into anybody. I'm going to pause the music now. Turn that up. Good. Alright, sounds can come up too as well as we wait for engine start. Good. Alright, cool. Barely see the airplane behind us. But if you look close enough, you can see 2 airplanes pushing into one another. This is why I said everybody be careful when you push. But no, everybody wants to all push at the exact same time and create an absolute clusterfuck. You can push. I was a good 18 and I did a straight pushback. Doesn't look like you're straight. Looks like you're on a little bit of an angle. Maybe, I don't know though. It's hard to see from here, but there's no point in pushing back. Then all 3 of us are just going to be stuck waiting on the taxiway. So I'll let you guys move and then we'll push ourselves back. Do not worry. I don't know where it comes from, to be honest. Started over the weekend. Oof, hopefully you feel better soon, man. Hopefully you feel better soon. Is there anybody on this side? I don't see anybody on this side. Albeit I can't see very far, but it doesn't look like there's anybody there. Looks like we are good. Too bad the planes don't have fog horns. Yeah, that would be nice. I'm enjoying the stream anyways. Thanks, Mark. Appreciate you, man. Cap, do I use a tiller? I don't, Shaq. No, I use the twist axis on my Thrustmaster TCA Airbus. It's perfect for a tiller. Just you and I still at the gates waiting for the 2 behind us to begin taxi. Perfect. Looks like one was starting. Someone's moving. Someone was moving. I think he's moving now, which means that he should be able to move here in a second. And we should be good to go. This is what sucks about everybody pushing back at the same time, is just we end up everybody kind of just sitting and waiting. All right, they're moving. Pushback is starting for us. Let's go upstairs, make sure fuel pumps are on, everything's good. Beacon lights on, APU's on, bleeds are on, good. Seatbelt signs are on as well. Beautiful. Let's go engine mode selector to the start position. And we'll go ahead and spool up engine number 2. We'll do a nice quick 2 engine starts here. We'll get this one and then the first one fired up. Nice and quick so we can get Flyboy out of here as well. Sounds are up. Enjoy the engine start. Absolutely, Robin. It's real smoky in here. Love your streams. I graduate next year. Then I'm going to flight school and hopefully fly the Airbus A320 series for Delta. Keep it up, Cap. Sweet, Zachary. Wish you all the best, man. Wish you all the best, dude. Thanks for coming to hang out here. Thanks for being a member here as well. Lay off the vape. I can't see. Too smoky. All right, looks like we got a good start on engine number 2. Let's go and spool up engine number 1. PTU barking away. How are you doing, brother? Good to be here. ZX, good to see you, man. All is well over here, man. Enjoying a nice Monday of flight sim. Hope you're doing well as well. Could barely make out the terminal, even from like the pushback spot. Pretty crazy. Headbrake set. Man, I love the engine startup sounds. There's nice weather in Auckland. Much better than here, for sure. Yes. Much better than here. Cool. 2 good engines. Let's go flaps 1 for takeoff. Beautiful. Looking good. Engine mode selector back to the normal position. Ground spoilers armed. Auto brake over to max RTO. APU comes off. APU bleed comes off. Beautiful. We're looking for a trim value of down 0.3. Call that good right about there. Down 0.3. And predictive wind shear system is on and auto. Beautiful. She's going to give us a thumbs up here with the gear pin, and then we can commence our taxi. IEs over CFMs for startup sounds, I probably would agree with you. The IEs seem a little bit more robust. All right, there's the gear pin. Wonderful. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Let's get the hell out of here. Get out of the way of everybody. Being boozled anytime? We're going to hold that off for a little bit, Zachary. We will do it again, but I don't want it to be, like, I want it to also be, like, kind of like an enjoyable thing, not something we do every week. I'm going to look at getting, like, a different challenge. Maybe one with, like, some of the older flavors and stuff like that, but we'll see, man. Somebody said you can order them with the, like, all the flavors that they've ever done. So I may keep my eye on that. Okay, there's an airplane right there, no problem. Spicy. I don't know if I would do spicy ones, to be honest with you. Planes everywhere in this fog. Gotta be careful. New York driver in that plane ahead of you. Hey man, some people have the get there-itis. Some people have to be the first people out of here. It is what it is, man. I got all day, dude. I'm not in a rush. I just feel bad out of courtesy for stream. I feel bad when, like, I have to sit and I'm just waiting for people that are flying with me that have pushed back, and then we've got a 5, 10, 15 minute delay of kind of just sitting there with our thumb up our ass doing nothing. That's what I feel more bad. I feel worse for, like, the viewers that have to, like, sit and just watch me not be able to do everything because everybody wanted to push back first. That's what I more so feel bad about. For me personally, I don't care. IRL, the plane ahead would blow the fog away by now. True. Would be cool. Hopefully we get some of these things in like Microsoft 2024 when it comes out, you know? That would be kind of sweet if we could do that type of stuff. We've got to have our charts up here, chat. Follow this as best as we can. We can literally see, I don't even know how far out in front of us, maybe 30, 40, 50 meters, maybe. Can't see very far, that's for sure. Make sure we're staying on center line and make sure we're reading our charts. And we know what's coming up. We got Alpha 6 on the right, so there could be an aircraft parked here, so we'll keep our eye out for that. I think everybody's going down to Alpha 7, but we'll see here in a sec. Should have an auto taxi feature for situations like this? Nah. Usually just like common courtesy is the practice that I like to, you know, put forth. Like I said, man, it's not always about being the first airplane to the runway or the first airplane to take off. A little bit of common courtesy goes a long way, especially when you're flying on VATSIM. So I do my best to kind of just try and teach that, right? Let the airplane in front of you go. Let them do whatever. You know? I don't think the 350 can auto taxi, but I think that the 350 has all kinds of cameras and like sensors and things that will monitor that. I'm pretty sure. We'll do our takeoff config test. Checked and good. ECAM is no blue. Perfect. Right. Come up behind company traffic here. I don't know. I guess somebody's on the runway. I don't know. I'm assuming somebody's on the runway. There's somebody on the runway. You can't even see our airplanes. How crazy is that? This fog is wild. Absolutely wild. Howdy all, how's New Zealand treating you today? Very foggy, digital. Very foggy in Christchurch today. They are indeed testing / developing one of those cameras and sensors. Not sure what the current situation is on though. Interesting. We have somebody departing now, runway 2. Looks like Microsoft Fog Simulator 24. Hey man, I'd rather it like actually simulate fog. Like I remember coming over to Microsoft from X-Plane, who just does a horrendous job of like fog or low visibility situations. X-Plane is just abysmal at it. So coming over to Microsoft, I was like literally amazed what it was like actually flying into, you know, a minimum approach or something like that, you know? I don't know if I'm excited for the 350 after what AnyBuild did with the 320. Well, again, Shaq, I think you have to think about this logically, right? The 320 that they built was for the Xbox, basically, side of Microsoft Flight Simulator, right? That's not an AnyBuild's product. It is an AnyBuild's product, but it was developed for Microsoft almost specifically so that the Xbox users had a proper you know, third-party level of detail aircraft. The AnyBuild's 350 is a standalone product, very similar to the 310. Again, man, I'm not going to tell you how to you know, but I think you have to approach situations like this as level-headed a little bit. You know what I mean? I think once you understand like what's going on, and the 320 Neo was developed again specifically for Microsoft, for the Xbox crew. The 350 is being developed for the PC as a standalone unit. In my opinion, you can't even compare the two. You really can't. So the A300 is a great airplane as well. Yeah. I don't know how much you've put the A320 Neo in its paces yet, but I'm assuming that it's also going to get better just like all the other airplanes, right? I think the A300 and the A310 are fantastic airplanes for the sim. I'm sure the A320 Neo will eventually get there as well, but I think we just have to put things into perspective, right? Hey, Gep, when you use the constraint button, the 320, what are they for? It shows you altitude restrictions, speed restrictions, all kinds of other things, you know? Are the vertical Embraers good? No, they're absolutely terrible. Terrible products. Yeah, sometime in May, Mike, I'd like to think. Sometime in May it'll be out. Yeah. Like Captain Sim terrible? Yeah, right up there. Right up there. Don't deserve your money bad. That's usually how I put it. It's a developer that doesn't deserve your money. Gonna be a tough departure. It's gonna be hard to maintain centerline, to be honest with you. Might be difficult to maintain centerline when we're barely seeing 20, 30 feet out in front of us. When is the Q400 coming? I have no clue, man. I have no clue. I don't think there's been any updates from Majestic. I don't know. Are people flying the IndyBuilds 320? I see people talking in chat saying it's good. If you're on the sim update beta, you can fly it. If you're flying just the regular version of the sim without being in the beta, no, you can't fly it yet. It was easy. You can see one runway stripe. Good. Keep your nose down then. It may be out, yeah. For now, the 7th of May launch date for Sim Update 15 in IndyBuilds 320. There you go. Guys at Indy stated that they would absolutely consider adding Pratt & Whitney engines to the A320 Neo. I think it has potential, as Sim Update 15 should be at least flyable and enjoyable. There you go. Thank you, Fly Guy. All right, landing lights are on. Runway turnoffs are on. Strobe lights are on. Good, 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 good. Christchurch traffic, Air New Zealand 526 lining up runway 2, Christchurch. Landing was crazy, no view. Yeah, I think I got it at about 30 feet, Vine. I think I could start to see the edge of the runway at about 30 feet. But yeah, it was pretty spicy, to say the least. Pretty spicy. Alright, there's our lineup. Beautiful. On the brakes. We're going to wait. We're going to give those guys a couple minutes here. We don't need a whole stockpile into Auckland. Everything is coming a month before 2024. Wow. We don't even know when 2024 is coming out yet. I would like to think it's probably towards the end of the year. I think is when we'll get it, but... I do not know. The view looks a little bit better. I don't know. I just think it's the sun in the sky is a little bit higher up. I think that's all it is. Also, developing a 350 with so much detail as an A320 is extremely difficult. It's not simply impossible without getting an Airbus themselves involved. The amount of computers you have to code. Hey man, it's IndyBuilds, dude. If anybody can do it, it's going to be IndyBuilds. That's my outlook on it. These guys have a huge team. These guys are incredibly smart, incredibly intuitive, incredibly talented developers. So I'm not going to worry about it, man. I'm not worried about it. 122.8. Didn't hear you. I am on 122.8 indeed. 1228. I'm thinking August because that's when we got 2020. I'm thinking more of like a September, October release, but I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. We'll really have to wait and see. Christchurch traffic, Air New Zealand 526 departing runway 2, Christchurch. All right, friends, joystick cam is going on. I'd also like to take this time to thank Thrustmaster for sponsoring this live stream. If you're interested in any of the peripherals that you see me using, please don't hesitate to use the link above as well as that. If you are buying anything directly from the Thrustmaster store, if you use my content creator code Captain Canada at checkout, it really helps out the channel. Doesn't cost you anything extra, just helps the channel out. So thank you, Thrustmaster, for sponsoring this video. Sounds are up. Let's get the hell out of here, chat. Park brakes off. Throttle's up to 40%. Chrono's on. Let's go flying, shall we? Man flex 67 SRS runway auto thrust blue. Slight nose down pressure on the side stick, and I'm doing my best to maintain centerline here, chat. We are very easy on the rudder setting controls. Doing my best to maintain centerline. Barely see anything. 100 knots for neutral on the side stick. V1. Rotate. Don't over-rotate, which can also happen in these circumstances. Perfect. Positive rate. Gear up. And fly your flight directors, chat. Oh, it's bumpy. For the wings. She bumpy. Alright, left turn out. Fly your flight directors. There's the middle marker. Look at the primary flight display. You can see how much we're getting bumped around. Throttles to climb. Runway turn-offs can come off. Nose light can come off. Wing lights can come off. We should have a breakout out of that fog here soon. So we'll just be sitting almost right on top of it. Super weird. Spatial awareness nightmare it is, dude. Especially in flight sim, Greg, where you have no motion on the aircraft, right? You can't tell if you're pitching back or down, or... There you go. You can see that there's that fog layer. We're already up and above it. 23,000 feet, just before 3,000 feet, which is pretty wild. Pretty wild. But we're on our way, chat. You can see some mountain ranges up here in front of us. Beautiful. Looking good. All right, we're through 200 knots, coming up on 210 knots. We'll go flaps clean. There's a view of that happening. There's flap retraction out of the fog. And on our way to Auckland for the final flight here in our New Zealand tour this week. Hope you guys have enjoyed this as much as I have. I'm telling you, man, one last time, if you haven't, you owe it to yourself to come out here and do some flying. They fly the ATR, they fly some Airbus. I mean, Airbus is the primary. 320s and 320 Neos, but I don't know if there's anybody that flies 7.3s around here, but they are, Greg. They really are. It's like I said, man, it's the first simulator that I've used that will actually simulate like a fog layer like this. Like, watch when you can already see it, man. Like, the fog layer literally just like covers the city. You can see where it clears up and where you can, I mean, flying into it was really cool as well. If you missed the arrival, maybe roll back the video and have a look, see at the arrival was just incredible, man. We like just fly into this like wall. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. 6,500 feet. Autopilot 1 is coming on. I'll bring you guys back up into the flight deck. Beautiful. They fly the Q4 as well. Do they really fly the Q4 here? Interesting. What company flies the Q4? Is it Air New Zealand with Q4s? Did I hear an Autoland? We did have an Autoland, yeah. We didn't see the runway till like 30 feet. 20, 30 feet we saw the runway. It's pretty gnarly. Pretty gnarly. Alright, climbing up and about, chat. Through 8,000 feet now, coming up on 8,500 feet. And we'll expand this out. Good. Very popular aircraft, to be fair. The Q400, it is, yeah. I didn't know that they flew that here. Man. Ooh, chat. Some Q400 hops when that bad boy comes out over in New Zealand. Oh, yes. Yes, yes. I thought they only had ATRs here in New Zealand. Could be wrong, but... Settling on the mountains and the valleys, very true to life. It's beautiful, man. Absolutely beautiful. All right, there's 10,000 feet. Landing lights can come off. Seatbelt signs can come off. Flight attendants can start the in-flight services. And I mean, just like that. Look at that. 10,000 feet and maybe 20 miles away from the airport. Nothing but clear skies. It's crazy, man. It's absolutely crazy. I wonder if it has something to do with like Christchurch, the area. I don't know. It's weird. It's pretty cool. I'm gonna fly the Dash 8 if it comes to Xbox with US Airways. That'd be kind of cool. I don't know if it plans on coming to Xbox. I don't think they've really said much about what they plan on doing. Yes, they have both seen on Flight Radar and some Wellington Airport plane spotting streams. Very cool. Very, very, very cool. I love me a Q4, man. Being Canadian, that's, you know, you get to ride on that a lot up here. Thinking about doing study abroad for my senior year in New Zealand. Man, if I had that opportunity, I'd be all over that, dude. I would be all over that, Cal. Looks like an incredible country, man. AnyBuilds released an A320 update and a new scenery teaser. I saw that this morning. Yeah, very cool. Looks like we're going to get a nice in-depth report from the developer mid-2024. So soon. We're almost mid-2024. So within the next 2 or 3 months, I would assume we'll probably get a nice update from them, as well as like a timeline, a release timeline, which is very... that's what I'm looking forward to the most, is kind of having like a release timeline, and knowing that they're working with AnyBuilds, I think we'll know that it's probably going to be an accurate timeline as well. So, man, it's so beautiful. We're through 13,000 feet, which is our standard barrel, so we'll go standard barrel cross-check. Good. And if we go over to our progress page, we see our optimum is 360. We're going up to 3.5. Perfect. Looking good there, chat. Looking good. So sounds as well, man. Those engine sounds as we climb out. There are many ways to study abroad, especially in college. For sure, yeah. If you can do it, if it's an option and it's available to you, I would take that for sure. You're already on the descent from flight level 390. Jesus. Nice. Has AnyBuilds always been Airbus and PMDG Boeing? PMDG's always been Boeing. AnyBuilds has done a couple other things, sticks. They've done the Antonov. They just released another kind of like weird, reminds me of like a Super Guppy or something. They released something on the marketplace as well for like 10 or 15 bucks. Partnered with Microsoft, I believe. So a little bit bumpy up here, chat. We're getting bumped around a little bit. Do you know if AnyBuilds Beluga for 24 will be the one based on the E300 or the 330? I have no clue, Jack. I think it's the one based off the E300, but I'm not sure. Chat may probably know better than I will. It might be based off the 330. I don't know. Something tells me it would be based off the A300, just because they've already got a lot of the assets and stuff, but I don't know. I do not fully know, my friend. It is based off the 330. There you go. Tolis is making a 330. Sure, yeah. I mean, again, dude, not being rude and not being... I'm just being a realist here. I don't know how many people are still going to be interested in using X-Plane by the time that 330 comes out. And I mean that in a non-disrespectful way. With Microsoft 2024 coming out and all the airplanes that are scheduled to come out over the next 6 months to 12 months in Microsoft, how many people are still going to be using X-Plane at that time, man? I don't know, man. Saw an updated Synaptics video of the A320 instrumentation, eye-watering. Dude, it's going to be insane. I'm so excited for that airplane, mainly because for me it's going to be learning a new airplane, right, Robin? I think for a lot of us like veteran flight simmers, you know. Yeah. Hey, man, there's nothing wrong with that. If you're still using X-Plane in a year or two from now, there's nothing wrong with that. But like I said, man, for me personally, the way that flight sim is, especially as a streamer, where like I'm constantly trying to like buy the best scenery and the newest add-ons and all these things and showcase all this stuff for you guys, for me, I cannot stay invested in 2 simulators. It's not doable. It's not sustainable. I already spend thousands of dollars a year in Microsoft. I can't spend another thousands of dollars in X-Plane, right? So I have to choose one simulator or another. For me, that's my kind of outlook on it, you know? That's just what I'm, you know, again, I'm all for Tolis. I think they do make great products, but at what point are you going to say, okay, so you're selling a couple hundred copies of your airplane? At what point does this not become beneficial for you any longer? Not only that, how much is that airplane going to cost, right? At Tolis charging $90 for an A320neo, I already see what's going to happen. It's going to be $100+ for the base 330, and then they're going to do an expansion for the 330-900 neo on top of that, so it's going to cost you another $20 or $30. Again, and you can't blame these developers, right? Like, you can't blame Tolis because they have to price their planes at $100. That's just the market, man. They don't have, you know, a user base. They don't have a huge user base, so they have to inflate their prices so that they can even get a portion of their money back for all the work that they've put into it, you know? And that's where again, it's that double-edged sword, man. There's no way you can expect someone to buy a $70 PMDG airplane and then turn around in the same week or the same month buy a $100 Tolis airplane for a completely different simulator, which needs its own hard drives, which needs its own time and effort and scenery add-ons and utility add-ons and ortho and all these other things, man. Fuck, dude. I just, like I said, man, and again, this is just me speaking as a fan of, like, flight sim. I just wonder how long before it's just not beneficial for these developers, or is it going to turn into like I personally think it's slowly turning into like what P3D was. I think X-Plane's kind of becoming that P3D where add-ons cost, you know, airplanes are going to cost $120, $130, $150 because there's just such a small market share that it's just not beneficial for developers to sell it at anything less than that. I think you already see it, man. You already see it with Tolis's last product. I mean, $90 for an A320neo, I get it. Tolis makes good products, but like, fuck, dude, that's a steep price considering you've got two great A320neos that you can get for free in Microsoft Flight Simulator. It's a tough sell, man. That's a real tough sell. You're going after die-hard enthusiasts at that point. And like I said, how many people are going to be left, man? How many die-hard X-Plane users are going to be left after 2024 releases and PMDG's got their lineup out? AnyBuilds has a 350 and an A220, and TFDI's got their MD11, and Bluebird has their 7.5 and their 7.6, and Majestic has the Q400, and the list goes on and on and on and on with airplanes, man. What's going to happen, you know? It's crazy, dude. I agree, I like both sims, but X-Plane developers should start switching too. I just feel like if you know, here's the thing. I don't think that I think Flight Factor, Tolis, and who's the one that made the Hot Start? I think those are going to be like the three main developers that just stay with X-Plane. I could see Hot Start moving over because Hot Start's already kind of, he said that the way he's developing his A220, which is going to take years, by the way, he said that the way that he's developing his aircraft from now on is that he expects them to be able to work both with X-Plane and Microsoft Flight Simulator. I don't know how you do that because the SDKs are so different, unless you just you take all like the base resources and then you put them into their own SDKs and you do that. Maybe, I guess that's how you would have to do that, but I just, like I said, man, I'm wondering how long it's going to be before the likes of like Flight Factor's not developing products anymore, Tolis is not developing products anymore, Hot Start isn't, FlyJSim is not, Aerobask is not. Like, I'm just wondering, like I said, how long until this is just not beneficial anymore, right? As I mentioned, man, everybody deserves to be paid for their time. If you're a developer and you're developing something and it's of a quality product, everybody deserves to be paid for their time. So I'm just, at what point is it not beneficial anymore, you know? I agree with you on all the points, but the 320neo from knee builds and Asobo is not comparable to the Tolus. The fly-by-wire, though, I agree with you. I mean, sure, Andre, there's nothing wrong with, but again, I'm just, most people, right, Andre, and this is kind of what I'm getting at, is most people, like, they just, like, right, it's okay. It's going to be one or the other, right? If you go and tell me that the $90 payware is better than the freeware that I get default with the simulator, yeah, you're probably right. But at, like, what point are you willing, like, how much better is it? Is it really $90 better than having an AnyBuilds or a fly-by-wire? I mean, I guess the eye and the beholder, but I guess that's up for you to decide. But for me personally, like I said, man, how long is that going to go on before people are like, well, hold on a second, I've got all of these great airplanes that I can get for free. AnyBuilds A310, AnyBuilds, what they're doing, the Beluga, the AnyBuilds A320neo, some of the other stuff, the Working Title 7.4, and some of the other stuff that Working Title has done as well. How long before people are just like, well, I don't know, man, I don't know, you know? And I think it's only going to get worse. That's the problem, Andre. Like I said, as Microsoft 2024 comes out and more of these third-party airplanes come out and more people start to kind of dip their toes. Like, I can understand why people would be turned off by Microsoft right now, especially if you're a veteran flight sim enthusiast. You've been in the hobby for years and years. I could see how there's not much of a pull other than the PMDG 7.3 and the Fenix A320 and maybe the fly-by-wire 320neo. I could see why people are still reluctant and a little bit hesitant of getting invested in Microsoft, because they're just, the third party, it's just not there, you know? It's just not there. You know, there's airplanes that are offered in X-Plane that are far greater than what they have in Microsoft, and the same for P3D, right? P3D has a plethora of airplanes that you can fly over Microsoft and even over X-Plane. But that's exactly what I'm saying, is what happens in 6 months to 12 months from now when we have the 350 by AnyBuilds. Somebody's made a 787. We've got PMDG 777, 737 MAX, 747s. We've got TFDI MD-11. We've got Bluebird 7576. We've got Synaptic A220. We've got the 737 Classic that's coming out. We've got the Q400, the Majestic Q400. We have the fly-by-wire A380. Bro, I mean, what happens then? That's what I'm more... I think that's when you're really going to start to see the market do an entire... I feel like X-Plane and P3D, dude, they're going to be the odd man out. Unless something significant happens over at the X-Plane world, they partner with somebody, they do something to the simulator. Dude, how do you even compete with that? How do you compete with a 350, 747s, 777s, you know, done by high-quality developers? You know, Flight Factor, in my opinion, is not a high-quality developer. The Flight Factor 757 is probably the best product that they have, and it was one of the first airplanes that they ever released 10 years ago. I don't know, man. I don't know. XP72 is a diehard X-Plane, and also Q8. Again, dude, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying you're a bad person if you're... Again, dude, this is just food for thought. I'm just, like, going with, like, what's going to happen, right? I understand why Q8 and XP still use X-Plane, because the airplanes are still there, right? There's still a great list of airplanes that you can go and fly. But I'm just saying, what happens when 2024 is out and all of those airplanes that I just listed are available for Microsoft? Hard press, man. Hard press, dude. It's going to be almost impossible, it feels like, to get people convinced that there's any other simulator out there. You know what I mean? It's pretty crazy, man. Who's making the 7.3 Classic? I forget the name of the group. I don't know if it's going to be any good, to be honest with you, but I think they're doing the 200 or the 3... I think they're doing the 200, not the 300. I think they're doing the 200 with, like, the classic, like, gravel kits and stuff like that. I completely forget the name. I don't know if it's going to be any good. It'll come to me in a second, Finn. Also, without the need to do countless hours of ortho, countless hours of editing and configuring your I file, downloading 1,500 libraries to get 2 sceneries to work. Man. Even if something significant happens with X-Plane, Microsoft isn't going to stop. I think they have no chance to make up any ground. I would agree with you, Flyboy. In my opinion, I think it's just going to get worse, like I just mentioned. I think it's just going to become a point where over the next, I would say 2 to 3 years, it's just going to become obsolete. And again, I always think it's good for competition. I'm not necessarily saying I want X-Plane to go out of business. I don't. I love competition. I also have thousands of hours using X-Plane and stuff like that, but, you know, at what point are you just going to let it drive itself into the ground? You know what I mean? So, I don't know, dude. Hey, Cap, what are your Airbus 320 yoke sensitivities? Zerta, whatever Fenix says there. If you go to the Fenix website, they have a little, like, FAQ section, and you can see exactly what they have, and that's what I have mine set to. I think it's -20, -20. With that 3% or 2% dead zone. The classic is the 3 to the 5, the 2 is the original. Oh, is it? Okay. Well, I'm not sure then, Andre. Do you ever fly the 7.5 in X-Plane? Yeah, one of my favorite planes in X-Plane, Erin. The Flight Factor 7.5. Like I said, in my opinion, that's the best plane they've ever made. The Flight Factor 7.5 is arguably a masterpiece of an aircraft. It is fantastic. It does have its quirks and it does weird shit sometimes, but for the most part, it is an incredible airplane. One of my highly recommended, if you are in the X-Plane world, one of my highly recommended. Yeah. Love me some gravel kit on those Canadian North 7.3s. Beautiful. Jack, all is good, man. Yep. X-Works is making a free 380. Don't think it's going to be amazing quality, but it's great news. I mean, sure. If, again though, Casper, just food for thought, man. I don't know how you can even compare that. Again, you're getting the fly-by-wire A380 for free. And I mean, they've been working on this thing for years, not 2 years, 4 years now, I think 3.5, 4 years they've been going on working on this product. How are you even going to compare, man? Again, both are going to be free. All you're going to have to do is buy the base simulator. So if you're sitting there and you really want to fly a 380, what option are you going to choose? I think I know what 99% of the flight sim community is going to go with, right? I mean, you have Microsoft Flight Simulator out of the box, gorgeous clouds, ortho, photogrammetry around the world. You got X-Plane. Looks like it was made in 2001. Broken anti-aliasing, clouds that look like... I don't even know, dude. How long has that sim been out now? 2 years, and the clouds still look like they're... I don't even know. I just don't know, man. I don't know what's going on in the X-Plane world. It's almost like they've got blinders on and they're just refusing to believe that any other simulator exists. And they're living in their own world, man. Living in their own world. It's kind of wild, man. I don't expect them to, like, you know, replicate what Microsoft has done, but, like, you know, you gotta at least try, man. You gotta try to do some things. X-Plane 12 might not be better than X-Plane 11. Be careful. The Redditors will go after you, man. Be careful, dude. Careful what you say. I would arguably agree with you. And, you know, what's funny is because what happened was X-Plane 11 was really good because X-Plane 10 was really good. And X-Plane 10 kind of set the bar for third-party add-ons and utilities that came out. And then everything kind of moved over to X-Plane 11 because not a lot changed. And then X-Plane 11 kind of grew like crazy because a lot of the stuff that like worked perfectly fine with X-Plane 10 worked with X-Plane 11. I don't know, man. Who was the one making the 737 MAX? There's two, Erin. There's PMDG, who's making their 737 MAX, and then there's a company called iFly. Fly-by-wire 380 will be better than the X-Works. X-Plane is behind Microsoft, but hoping Microsoft won't be the only big sim left. I feel like Microsoft's the only one taking this seriously, Casper. And, you know, as crazy as that sounds, that's the reality of it, man. I feel like Microsoft is the only active flight sim game, simulator, whatever you want to call it, that is actively making itself better year in and year out. you can't really say that about any of the other ones, man. You can't really say that about X-Plane. You can't really say that about P3D. You can't really say that about any of the other simulator platforms, man. Microsoft is continuously setting the bar in terms of quality delivered and bang for your buck. I mean, you think about, you bought the base game. Think about how many updates. Think about how many world updates and photogrammetry and city updates and world updates and stuff. You know what I mean? Like, there's nobody that's doing this, man. Say what you will, it's Microsoft, fuck them, big corporation, blah, 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 blah. Say what you will, man. Nobody has invested over the last 3 to 5 years. Nobody has invested more time, money, and effort into the flight sim community than Microsoft. And that's why they have my support, man. And I don't give a fuck. You can go on Reddit, you can call me a sellout, you can do whatever you want, dude. Microsoft isn't paying me anything. I'm not a Microsoft shill. I'm not getting paid anything to say these words to you. This is somebody that's been in the flight sim industry for a very long time and has a lot of different avenues and a lot of different people that I get to speak to and places that I get to go to kind of listen and have my ear against the wall and see what's going on and what's coming. And again, this is just my opinion. You can have a difference of opinion, and if you think that Microsoft or you think X-Plane is the way to go, hey man, there's nothing wrong with that either, and I wish you all the best. But I just, like I said, man, with everything that's coming to Microsoft 2020 and 2024, I don't know how you can sit there with a straight face and tell yourself that X-Plane 12 is the future of flight sim, or X-Plane 13 is the future of flight sim, or whatever it may be. Just wild, you know? You have to sometimes just have to admit that there's bigger and better things out there, you know? Also, there was a lot of competition for FSX at the time. Very true. Yep. iFly was the name that I was forgetting. Yeah, correct. They're the ones. 12 is getting better over time. Aside from the autogen, the next update's going to fix the lighting and the weather, but they're so inconsistent on timing. Well, it's because they have like a 10-man crew, right? It's again, dude, it's what kind of irks me, man. Austin, the owner of X-Plane, will be the first person to tell you about his multi-million-dollar private airplane that he has, or his multi-million-dollar mansion that he has, or all these other things, right? He'll be the first one to tell you all about these things, yet he has a fucking, he's got 9 people working under him because he refuses to expand the company and try and even compete in the world where Microsoft is in this market again. I don't know, man. It just doesn't sit well with me, you know? If you want to play FS, what is the basic equipment that I need? Jack, I would just get yourself a cheap joystick to start off, man. Get yourself a cheap joystick. Check out like Facebook Marketplace or any of the used networks. I would say that's the primary spot that you would want to go. X-Plane knows they can't match Microsoft visuals, so they just don't care. It's not, and that's the thing, Mike. It's not even about matching them, man. It's just about even getting the simulator to look like it wasn't made in 2001. I'm not expecting Laminar and Microsoft to be able to pull off what I'm not expecting Laminar and X-Plane to be able to pull off what Microsoft has done in terms of like visuals and ortho and stuff like that. I don't expect that, you know what I mean? But the simulator's gotta come from, bro, it's horrendous, man. The anti-aliasing, just everything about the way that the simulator looks, it's not pleasant. It's not, and it's a home-based simulator, and that's where it's like, who are you developing for? Is this X-Plane for FAA? Where, again, most real-world pilots aren't coming home to look at the ortho or the way that the sun casts against the water or the shadows or the anti-aliasing. Most people that are flying in simulators like that don't give a shit. But again, you're selling it in a market where it's a home-based simulator. You have to care about these things, right? You can't just say, oh, we're FAA certified. We don't care about anti-aliasing or the way the runway looks or the way the taxiways look or the way that the houses just repeat themselves over and over and over again and they don't look realistic at all. I don't know, man. Do you ever play X-Plane again if it is as good or better than 2020 and 2024? I mean, I still have X-Plane installed. I always say never, but I mean, currently right now, there's nothing in X-Plane that, other than like maybe flying the Q400 or the 757, there's really nothing in X-Plane that gets me excited, other than those 2 airplanes. So we'll see, man. We'll see if we go back in, but X-Plane will be forgotten in 10 years. I even think less time, but maybe, you know? Imagine if Laminar teamed up with Google and used Google Earth. I mean, I don't know, man. Years ago, prior to 2020, X-Plane had the monopoly and they could have surged ahead instead of stalled. 100%. 100%. Yeah. Hey, Gap, how's your week been? Enjoying your week? Anything planned for flight sim schedules this week? Could you fly a new Koch? Captain Dan, good to see you, man. I'm doing well this week. We're actually going back to North America on Thursday. So back to North America on Thursday. We're flying the 737 for this week coming up. We've got some Halifax V2 to check out. Got a couple other sceneries to check out. So yeah. Microsoft has made the flight sim community big and made huge progress. Have Microsoft. I'm thankful for Microsoft. 100% Casper. Yeah. Does he not care about losing market share? I don't know. I don't know, to be honest with you. I feel like he's made his money and he's just like okay with it, content with it, you know? Anti-aliasing X-Men is bad, dude. It's atrocious. It's literally 20-year-old technology, Nismo. Like, it's that bad. It's bad. When 777 releases, which variant is first? The 300, Finn. I can handle X-Plane 12 visuals. The big turnoff for me is the effect on the windshields. Nah, I can't deal with the visuals, dude. It's just brutal. It's just brutal, man. Like I said, I jump in X-Plane and it feels like I'm jumping into a time capsule. It feels like I'm going back at least 10 to 15 years, especially after using Microsoft primarily for the last 2 or 3 years. I load up X-Plane and it's just like fuck, dude, it's 2005 all over again. It's crazy. It's crazy. I have X-Plane 12 P3D in 2020. I always go to 2020 even if I love the aircraft on the other two. I agree, man. Yeah. I'll be honest, everything X-Plane has been wiped from your rig. I don't blame you. Generally, does Laminar not care about their sales and shit? I don't get it. Here's the thing with Laminar. They've been FAA certified, and they've been one of the only FAA certified simulators for quite a while. So every time a new X-Plane comes out, all these sim companies and all these real-world flight training schools, they pay the $500 to $1,000 for the professional version of X-Plane. I honestly think that that's where they're making more of their money now when it comes to that aspect of things. The whole FAA certified, selling the simulator to flight schools, etc., etc. I think that's where X-Plane actually makes most of their money. They obviously do make a huge chunk off third party as well, like selling it directly to the home consumers as well. But I think that a majority of their market share is probably geared towards the FAA certification of X-Plane, which is funny because Microsoft 2024 is also going to be going for that certification. You don't need much. It doesn't really, from what I've seen and what I've heard speaking to a few developers in the industry, is it's not even like, oh, your flight model has to be this or that or this or that. There's just certain criteria that the simulator has to meet. I think one of them being like a panel where you can like control all the emergencies and stuff like that. You can kill certain things and stuff like that. All of that needs to be there, which you get in the professional version of X-Plane. You get like a little side panel where you can like kind of create a bunch of emergencies or cut like, you know, electronics or no landing gear or flaps or... To get decent anti-aliasing, you cut the FPS in half. Yeah, unless you're heavily optimizing the simulator, right? And your textures, Mike. That's one way to do it. It was all through that. Thinking about deleting X-Plane 11, but damn, all the money I've spent on it. It's reality, Sean, unfortunately, man. I mean, X-Plane 11 is removed from my computer. I have X-Plane 12 and Microsoft Flight Simulator installed right now. The last time I launched X-Plane 12 was what? We did, I don't know, 6 months ago. We flew the 7.5 or something like that, so... Do you think you will fly the E170 and put it into your rotation if it gets a big update? Yeah, Finn, I've already said, man, once it gets the custom FMC and the custom autopilot, absolutely. I will add it into the rotation, man. But until the airplane gets I'm not flying it, man. It's basically just a default 172 painted like an E170 right now. Having to use vertical speed and, you know, to manage your descent and stuff like that, no. Not being able to go direct to, although I have heard that they fixed that, but not being able to go direct to and just having like a custom, like a default auto, default FMC and stuff is just a big turnoff, man. There's no reason for that to be a payware airplane when it's in that that state, you know? Alex, what's up, man? Good to see you, dude. Thank you for the kind words. Appreciate you, man. I wish we could have Microsoft X-Plane. I don't know, man. I'm really hoping, dude, with the whole new ground physics that are coming. We've watched a video on it a while ago. The ground physics in Microsoft 2024 have been completely changed, but they're also backporting it. So the ground physics are going to be able to, so like developers like PMDG and Fenix and all these guys, they're going to be able to go in and they're going to be able to implement the new ground physics. I really think that's the main thing that's missing in this simulator, dude, is just the ground physics and the way that its 737 can feel like it's sliding on ice. And once I think they fix the ground physics, I think that's just going to be a huge step forward, you know? Plane is deboarded, Cap. See you on Thursday. Thanks for being down in New Zealand again. Love these types of streams. Andre, take care, man. Thanks for the support, dude. Appreciate you. And I'll see you on Thursday, man. Remember, guys, if you haven't done so, don't forget to smash down that thumbs up button. We're going for 250 likes on today's stream. Appreciate everybody being here and hanging out today. I know it was a busy day in the stream world. A lot of people streaming this morning, so thank you all for coming to hang out. I appreciate it. New ground physics coming to Sim Update 15. Yes, they're backporting them. So they took the ground physics from 2024 and then they backported them. Yeah. Where are we here? Nice. Going to maintain the coastline here, fly this all along, and our top ascent should be about 100 miles or so. 78 miles. Oh, there we go. Much less. So let's actually start entering on our descent data now. Flight Force, what's up, my man? 13 months. Appreciate you, dude. Definitely seems longer. Feel like you've been around the stream for quite a while longer than that, but good to see you, man. 13 months as a first-class member. I appreciate you, dude. Thank you. Should stop in Buffalo over this week. There's no day like when Cap streams. Thank you, man. Appreciate you. Buffalo would be fun. We haven't done Buffalo in a while. Maybe some Southwest stops out of Buffalo or something. We'll see. That could be fun. Kev, what's up, dude? Good to see you, man. Welcome back. Studying for IATRA while enjoying the view. Garrett, awesome. I don't know what that is. It sounds important, though, Garrett. Wish you all the best in it, man. I don't know what that is. Sounds very important. Winds are 100 at 3 knots. 100 at 3 knots. Good. Temperature's 13 degrees. QNH 1024. 1024. I mean, for winter, that's not bad weather, chat. 13 degrees. It's like I think it's warmer there than it is here today. Minimums in the ILS approach today. 265 ILS approach 215, sorry. 215 on the barrel minimums. Good. And we go to flight plan. Wait, how do I check my wind request again, chat? What is it? Performance? Progress? Flight plan? Oh, here and then wind data? Yeah, wind request. There we go. Thank you. Do our wind descent. Now it's in flight plan, and then we insert winds. Good. Wind data uplink. Good. And then if we go to perf, that may change the top of descent. There we go. Cool. Similar to the ATPL. Ah, got you. Very cool. It's a type rating for crewed aircraft and or relief pilots. Very cool, man. Very cool. Wish you all the best, Garrett. We've got Aviation JG celebrating 15 months. Appreciate you, man. Says you're the best, Cap. Those 777 ops are going to be amazing, buddy. Air New Zealand 777 ops in and out of Auckland, gonna be spicy. Thank you for your support, my man. I appreciate you, dude. Huge no floaties to you, my friend. Thank you very much for 15 months, dude. Appreciate you. I'm starving. I didn't have breakfast this morning. Now it's 3 p.m. Is usually where it hits, 2:30, 3 p.m. when I don't have breakfast. I just wasn't hungry this morning, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to regret this. We're going to get to like the second flight. I'm going to be sitting there. I'm going to be starving. Can you guys actually bear with me for a sec? I'm going to have a little snack just before we get to our arrival. I don't want to be thinking about how I'm starving. So bear with me for like 5 minutes, chat. Going to have a little snack. I'll be right back. Alrighty, thank you guys. Much appreciated. Feel much better. Got a little LAR bar in me. A Nutrigrain bar. Feeling good. 9 miles till top of descent. Let's bug that up now. Intercept is at 3,000 feet for Lengu, which we're aiming for. So we'll bug up 3,000 feet and we'll descend to that. 3,000 feet. Good. And speed error at Vince. Is there a speed restriction at Vince? The hell is that? Vince 250. What did we find at 9,000? Yeah, Flyboy. I'm there from the 19th to the 25th, and Mopar and I arrive around the same time. I think Mopar gets there at 3:05, and I'm there at like 3:10 or something like that. So Mopar and I will be there, and then Dan gets in later that night on the 19th. I think at like 7:30, 7:45. Dan gets in or something like that. Vince should be at 240. Is that what it said on the charts? We'll have a look-see. That was our next step. Where is Vince? Vince is here. Where the hell is Vince on the waypoint? Am I going? Oh, there's Vince. 240 knots between 5 and 9. Okay, we'll be good. We'll keep our eye on that. We have started the descent into Auckland. Daisy, come here. Look, come say hi to chat. Come here. They wanted to see you today. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come up. Say hi to chat. Come here. Come here. Come on. Good girl. Hi, sweet puppy. Hi, sweet girl. Chat saying hi to you. Oh, okay. She says no, thank you. I've had enough. She's going to her bed. Puppies. Puppy days. Not so much puppy anymore, man. She's getting old. It sucks. She's getting older. She's starting to slow down. But trying to give her all these good things. Watch our speed on the descent now through 29,000 feet. Dog equals puppy. True. Always be a puppy at heart. She's a big goofball, though. That'll never change. That will never change. Give her some hemp-infused dog biscuits. She's on something. I have her on some type of thing. It's like a little treat she gets, full of goodness every morning. That's definitely helped. I think she's got arthritis in one of her legs though. One of her front paws. But that's what happens as they get older, right? So you manage it as best as you can, and look who's talking. Yeah, we're all getting there, Daisy. I know. We're all getting old. Oh, Cap from the car pickup lane. Hey, Ray, good to see you, man. Hope you're having a great Monday, my friend. Look at that view right there, descending, chat. Absolutely beautiful. Cap, do you think I should get the CRJ for 40 bucks, but I don't have the FS realistic? Which one should I get? Tough call. What payware airplanes do you have right now, Jake? Do you have the PMDG? Do you have the Fenix? If you have the PMDG and you have the Fenix, I would say go with FS Realistic. If you don't have a payware airplane, I think you should get a payware airplane. Spend the extra 10 bucks, get the Fenix. Spend the extra 10 bucks, get the PMDG. You know what I mean? You're doing B1 level of English tomorrow. Nice. Wish you all the best with that, man. Appreciate you showing me the air tool yesterday. Other than that, I just want to stop by and say I hope all is well. Side note, want to help me remove a vacuum system off an old C-182. I would be more than useless. Starcept. Good to see you, Wen. Hope you're doing well, dude. Sounds like you're having a fun day at least. Your mom will be 100 on June 8th, 2024. Wow, that's impressive, man. Very cool. Very, very cool, man. So much like open land here in New Zealand. It's kind of crazy. Like there's just not a whole lot going on in between like the major cities. You can see there's like a city down here of some sort, but there's just so much open land. It's kind of crazy. Billy, what's up, man? Been a minute. Hope you're doing well, dude. Good to see you. I have the PMDG 600 and 800 and Fenix A320, Latin VFR 330 and 7.4. I would get FS Realistic, Jake. Yeah. I would get FS Realistic, and then maybe when the CRJ actually gets updated like it's supposed to be, then I would consider maybe getting the CRJ. In its current state right now, I just don't think the Aerosoft CRJ is worth it. Just it needs some love, man. It hasn't been updated in like a year and a half. There's just so many little weird odd quirks with it, so I'd love to see an update from them before I think I would consider, you know, suggesting people pick it up again. Alright, we're gonna go auto brakes low. We're gonna arm our ground spoilers for now. Speed seems to be fine, so we'll just arm that. Looks like we're perfect on profile and descending in. Do you have it? I do have it. Yeah, I flew it about 2 weeks ago, Jake. So if you want to see what it's like, you can go back on the channel. We flew the RJ about 2 weeks ago. Last time we were in the US. All brought up for the billionaire doomsday bunkers. All right, Cap, going to head out. I hope you have a good arrival. Have a great night, and hopefully catch you on Thursday. Captain Aviation, take care, man. Hope you have a great start to the week, dude. And hopefully I'll see you on Thursday, man. You're right, to New Zealand, you have to prove that you have a livable income and not a mooch off the government. I think that's everywhere, to be honest with you, Robin. That's how it is in Canada. That's how it is in the US. Yeah. Pretty sure that's everywhere. Every country's going to want to see that. Ben.
Hope everyone is having a great day. You'll be on time for a stream eventually, haha.
You show floaties to you, Ben. Hey, man, like I always say, dude, life comes first, followed by Captain Canada streams. But life is always first, man. Don't ever feel bad about missing a stream or having other priorities. Appreciate you being here, man. Thanks for support, Ben. Huge no floaties. Guys, get some love and chat for Ben dropping the $3 dono. Thank you, man. Thinking I'm going to wait on building a new PC when we get the release of 2024 to see how that and other system specs. 100%, dude. That is the smartest thing, and that's what I'm doing as well, Starcept. I'm not investing any money. My current computer, perfectly fine, especially with frame gen. I mean, we're up into the 70s and 80s of FPS. I'm not too concerned about building a new PC yet. Why do you have the cabin turned off? I prefer wing views without the cabin, man. I prefer an unobstructed view of the scenery down there with just an engine and a wing. I don't like having to like move my camera in and kind of, you know, go around windows and stuff like that. I just prefer this view. We are the window, the unobstructed view of the beauty down there that is Microsoft. Alrighty, music is done today. We'll turn the volume up here in the sim, get things ready for the arrival. We're almost in transition altitude. Speaking of transition altitude, QNH is 1024. So we're coming up on that now. We can set it 1024. Good. And we'll keep an eye on the approach. Because I really can't think of any other plane that I need. And then the CRJ or the ETR for VATSIM, but I already have GSX, so I'll probably get FS Realistic. Worth its price, man. It's definitely on the top 5 add-ons. The beauty, don't forget, Jake, about FS Realistic is you can go in, you can go to the profile cloud, and you can download people's profiles, right? So, easiest thing to do with that is to just go and download the profiles. I've got my profile up if you're interested. There's other people that have their profiles up and stuff as well, so, yeah. There's info how to turn it off in the Fenix Discord. Correct. Yeah. Gonna get a little bit of ground spoiler out. We got a little bit above profile here. Just get some ground spoilers out. Help us with the descent a little bit. Man, look at those views. Absolutely incredible. That's why flying in New Zealand, man. That little town down there. They even have the water masks now. They've added the water masks into New Zealand. Some of the places, not everywhere, but some of the places even have the water masks. It just looks incredible, man. So damn good. I look forward to the 321 now and the 777 PMGG stuck in the past. I wouldn't say that, man. I'm looking forward to both. The 319, the 321 by Fenix, and the 777, and the 737 MAX, and all of the above. Definitely looking forward to it, man. Alright, speed rate can go back in. We're at 10,000 feet. Landing lights in. We'll ding the cabin, and we'll just make sure our ground spoilers are armed. Beautiful. Auto brake is set to low. 240 knot restriction at Vince. It looks like we're good. There's speed 240, so everything is good there as we continue the descent. Having a look-see here at the airport, chat. We're going to be vacating the runway to the left. So we're landing 5 right. Hopefully we can vacate Alpha 5. May need Alpha 3, but Alpha 5 should be good. And we're going into the domestic terminal today. So we'll take any one of these stands. I'm hoping for stand 2-4, but we can use any of these other stands here. Between 31 and 21 or 20 should be fine. I'm taking the day off when the 777 comes out. Oh, 100%. Yeah. Still can't believe people voted the PMGG 7.3 over the Fenix is the best released add-on in the Flight Sim survey. Yeah, that one's a little puzzling. I would agree with you. I think that the Fenix 320, especially being a newer company to the industry, I would agree that the Fenix would be my choice as well. But again, you know, everybody's entitled to their own opinion, man, and that's fine. Sue, since everything is upside down. Cap, we haven't heard from Robert in more than 3 weeks. Do we think we'll get stick their promise at the club? The plane should arrive within 2 months. Hopefully, man. I mean, they said they'd give us a 2-week notice, so I don't know. We'll wait and see. It's get a bit annoying seeing the windows, definitely. Now I know that I can turn it off. I'll do that. Absolutely, Jake. Yeah. I mean, to each their own, dude. Some people prefer the wing view or the window view, and there's nothing wrong with that, right? For me, like I said, I just like having an unobstructed view. To me, this is better to look at than like looking through a window. You know what I mean? Man, the ortho down there is beautiful. JJ, my man, 14 months. Huge enough floaties to you, dude. Thank you very, very much for the support. That is incredibly kind. Appreciate you, JJ. Thank you, dude. Deshaun, what's up, man? Good to see you, dude, as well. Where do you go to the Discord to find out how to turn the cabin off? If you're in my Discord, go to the general chat, Captain Canada general chat, go to the top right, pinned messages, and then it'll be the first pinned message. Click on it. It'll take you to the Fenix Discord, which will then show you how to fix it and turn the cabin on or off. Don't know what happened there with the auto correction. Hey, you're fine, Felix. Probably just people who voted Boeing over Airbus. Could be, yeah. Cap, have you flown Flare yet? They have, compared on you, I've never flown Flare in real life. We've flown it in the sim, but I have not flown Flare in real life. No, I'm either flying WestJet, Air Canada, or Porter. Those are going to be my top 3. Never flown Flare. Cap, the way I was flying, and when I approached, I heard a loud buzzing noise, and it wouldn't turn off until I fidgeted with the speed. Weird. I don't know. All right, 220 knot speed restriction. We do have ground spoilers out again. pretty normal on this descent to get the ground spoilers out, help manage with the speed and the altitude. Porter is goated. I've flown Porter twice before on their Q400. I am about to fly Porter in, 50 days down to Vegas on their Embraer E2. Very excited for that. They had a 25% off sale as well, so I splurged a little bit and got Porter Business Class. I forget what they call it. Porter Reserve, I think is what they call it. So I'm flying Porter Reserve down to Vegas, so that should be fun. Really looking forward to that. It's going to be a new level of true life ops on the 7.3, maybe. Landing system comes on, chat. You can see glide slope is alive, as well as Loke. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go... I'll just leave it in manage mode. I was on the play 737. I don't know why I heard happens when I put the flaps down. Oh, because you probably didn't have your gear down yet. So in the 737, you have to do things a certain way. Before you have a certain flap setting out, I'm going to go flaps 1 here on this aircraft. Ground spoiler in, armed, approach armed, should capture localizer and glide slope here momentarily. There it is, loc start, glide slope, good. Capture. Good, 11.5 miles out. Speed's good. I'm actually going to get ground spoilers out here just for a little bit longer. Do you think PMDG will do a GSX integration? Maybe. I'd like to think so, but I don't know. Who knows? Yeah, you have to have gear down before you put flaps 15 out in the 737. Otherwise, you'll hear the horn. It'll get upset at you. All right, approach mode is already activated. V approach is 135 knots. Much better visual of the airport here, chat, not like Christchurch. We had to do an auto land earlier, Mopar. Gear down, flaps 2, ground spoilers armed. Now, we saw the runway at about 30 feet earlier, Mopar. It was pretty gnarly, man. One of the lowest approaches I've ever gone, like, visually. Runway turn-off's on, wing lights on, nose light is on. Speed is rolling back nicely. We're going to go flaps 3 here in a second. Give you some beautiful views of flap 3 coming out. Let's go flaps 3. Beautiful. And we'll wait for 160 knots before we go flaps full. PMGG already confirmed that they have people working on GSX integration for the 777. Great news. Thank you, Litos. Good to see you, man. Flaps full. I trust what Litos says. He always comes in with the facts. He doesn't mess around our streams. All right, there we go. Flaps are full, chat. This is an absolute beautiful approach, guys. I'm going to take control early. Just going to give one more shout out to Thrustmaster for sponsoring today's live stream. If you're interested in any of the peripherals that you see me using, don't hesitate to click the links up above. And again, if you are buying anything directly from the Thrustmaster website, if you use my creator code Captain Canada at checkout, it helps out the channel. It doesn't cost you anything extra, just helps out the channel. My airplane. Sounds are up. Let's have a nice arrival, friends, shall we? Lovely way to say that I'm a nerd. Hey, dude, we're all nerds. Don't you worry about that here. We're all nerds, man. Joe, what's up, man? Good to see you, dude. Welcome back. Hope you're doing well. Guys, if you're just tuning in now and you haven't done so either, please don't forget to smash down that thumbs up button. We were going for 250 likes on today's live stream. Hopefully we can hit that before we get down on the ground. Again, we are vacating to the left. We're looking to go to the domestic terminal. Slight quartering crosswind, 9 knots off the nose, right side of the nose. And we're going to start our recording, chat. Record. All right, recording has started. Do you normally or not disconnect auto throttle when manually landing? I usually keep the auto throttle in. I know that some companies require you to use manual throttle. I just always use auto throttle, man. Unless it's crazy windy and gusting and I notice that the auto throttle is kind of having trouble keeping up, that's when I'll take control of the auto throttle. But for the most part, I just let the auto throttle kind of do its thing. It's actually really well done in the Fenix as well. You can trust it, no problem. Like I said, unless it's super gusty. So, yes, we're doing a replay, Benjamin, and it is on. The replay is on and recording. Max, what's up, my man? Please grease it. Were you on radio earlier, Max? I swear to God, somebody sounded just like you on Unicom. I wasn't sure if it was you. I didn't want to say anything. Alright, that wind is blowing us off just a little bit more than I want right now. 5 knot crosswind. It shouldn't be affecting it, but
500.
of course, Microsoft winds. 5 knots feel like 50 knots. You've been in Japan for a week? Like IRL? This fucker. Where was my invitation? Just joking, buddy. I hope you're having fun, man. Did you fly, like work? You flew work to there, or
100 above.
vacation? Sterile cockpit, minimums.
Minimum.
Continue.
$100. 50, 40, 30, 20, retard. 5.
Whew. Absolutely greased it, chat. Nose down gently. Reversers are out. Decelerating. Oh, that was the one, friends. $60 knots, reverser stowed. Auto brake is off. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back down to Auckland, New Zealand. What a way to finish off the week flying the A320, chat. Doesn't get any better than that arrival, let me tell you. Hand flown in from 2,000 feet. Gorgeous. Just gorgeous. We'll vacate the runway here to the left. A little bit of back taxi for us. Beautiful. What was the landing rate displays on the G's? It was 1.01. Are you asking what I'm using for my landing rate? Alrighty. Absolutely beautiful, my amigos. Let's stop the clock. 1 hour and 7 minutes. And we're going to the left here. I think we go all the way into the left. Where are we? Yeah, we can go all the way in here to Bravo. What's the next plane? We're in the 737 next week. Back in the 737. Probably do some 800 and 900 next week. Maybe do some United ops and stuff too.
When is the PMDG 777 coming out?
Skyway. Kangaroo Viva Las Vegas coming in with the $50 donation. I can only imagine who that is. Thank you for the continued support, my friend. I appreciate you. PMDG's coming out tomorrow. You didn't hear? Landing lights off, runway turn-offs off, nose light over to taxi, wing lights off, strobe lights off. APU master start switches on. Let's clean up the flaps, let's clean up the spoilers. Hey, why is there an Alaska building out here? Alaska? Interesting. Guys, let's get some love in chat for, I think it was Max, but I don't know. Dropping the $50 dono. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate you, dude. Can't wait to see your stream saying preview of the 777. Hey, I'm just excited for that as well, man. Should be good. All right, let's pull up the APU. Get ourselves into the gate. And we can stop our recording here as well. We'll stop that. We'll have that to look forward to here in a second. We'll be able to analyze the arrival. Felt really good. Felt super smooth, man. Just the perfect amount of float to allow for a nice butter. I'm going to get the nose lights off. Don't need to blind anybody. We'll get ourselves into the stand here. Stand 24 is a walk-off. So there's no gate. Or sorry, no jet bridge. It's a walk-off gate. It's been 84 years. Surprised those memes haven't been more frequent, to be honest with you. It is beautiful scenery, dude. This is Flightbeam Auckland. Flightbeam doesn't mess around, dude. I don't think they miss with their sceneries, which makes me super excited for Flightbeam San Francisco, which should be out soon, man. I would like to think within the next couple of weeks we see some Flightbeam San Francisco, but one can only wait and see. APU's on, APU bleed is on, engine number 2 is off, engine number 1 is off, beacon light is off, seatbelt signs are off, fuel pumps are off, ground control is in, crew supply comes off. Ladies and gentle people, Welcome. Predictive wind shear system goes off as well. Hey, there we have it, chat. What a beautiful week flying in New Zealand. Does it get any better than that, chat? Does it really get any better than what we had this week? I just don't know. I don't think it can get any better than what we had this week. The Queenstown approach, the auto land into Christchurch, everything else and in between, man, was just one of those absolute epic weeks flying here in New Zealand. Beautiful. Let's get right to our replay, guys. Let's not waste any time. Restart the Kutao script. Let me come down here. Let me get the aircraft in a turnaround state, panel state, ready, activate. Good. I'm going to get my flaps all the way full. I'm going to go to my ground services. I'm going to make sure that all of the doors are closed and actually closed this time before I replay. Flaps are coming out. Good. Let's get all the lights on here as well. Lights, 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 lights. We like lights. Yes, we do. Good. I'm going to disconnect from the VATSIM servers so I don't get in anybody's way. Heard somebody was on a short final there. I can close that out. Good. And what was our landing again? 117-101G. Man, perfect as it gets, chat. I'm just going to close this because it kind of gets in the way. Afterwards, we'll quit that out. Good. Cool. Let's watch our replay, shall we? Flaps are all the way set out to full. We'll hit the replay button. Good. Let's pause replay. We'll bring this forward. We'll watch it from like right about here. Should be good. Resume replay. We can, you guys want to see some outside views? Yeah, we'll watch some outside views here first. Watch the butter coming in. Going to take this time now to thank my mods, my donators, my sponsors. Thank you, everybody, for what you guys do for the channel. I say this all the time, but I truly do mean this. Without you guys, specifically, this channel wouldn't exist, and me doing this for a full-time gig would not exist. So thank you all so much for the support. Again, if you are interested in the scenery, !scenery or !scenery with the number 2 at the end of it for all the scenery that we used for today's stream. Absolutely fantastic. Queenstown, Christchurch, and then back here into Auckland. I mean, look at this landing, chat. You ready for this one? Look at that flare. Just slightly hold it off for that butter. Oh my goodness, chat. Oh my goodness. Absolutely perfect. That's what we like to see on our arrivals. Give you guys a little bit of some wing views here as well. Coming in on final. To everybody else that cannot donate using a monetary value, but still supports the channel by smashing that thumbs up button and being here stream after stream, I want to thank you guys. Thank you guys just as much for supporting the streams. You guys know the plan. Next week, we're going to be back in the 737. We're going to start off the week in the 800, and then by the end of the week, we'll get ourselves into the 900 as well. So that'll be a lot of fun. Arm the spoilers. Oh, they actually come out if you arm them, right? Can I arm them? Oh, and the park brakes being weird. Okay, there we go. I forgot that I can actually arm them and you can see them and stuff like that. But I mean, chat, come on. That was absolute perfection. 1,000 footers, just past the 1,500 footers. I love how the ground spoilers come out when you use this replay tool as well. Been good getting to kind of like remember how this whole thing works. But man, what an absolute greaser, chat. Absolute greaser, a beauty. I will leave you all with some more replays. Guys, thank you so much for everything that you do. Appreciate you guys. I'll see you all on Thursday back in North America, back in the PMDG 737-800. Enjoy the replays. Have a great start to your week, friends, and catch you all on Thursday. Happy landings. See ya. Stupid camera. See ya.